Oh, don't you hate it when you're late? Well, today was recertification day with the FAA, and I had forgotten all about it until I took out the testing piece of paper from the FAA, and I went on their website, and today was the last day to take the recertification test. So I went and did that, but they make you take the entire training program. You have to sit there and watch the training program for 2 hours. And then, you run through, you read and run through each one. And then you have to sit there and then you take the test, which is, they say you only have 90 minutes to fill it out. It turned out to be 43 questions. Oh man, and they tried to screw you up too. They threw a couple of, instead of weather, they threw nighttime questions in there. And I just got by. By the way, I did get one wrong. Where's my phone? And the one I got wrong was actually on the classifications of drones. Well, they're not even classified yet. And the FAA is sitting there talking about which classes, and you have to pick through 1, 2, 3, and 4 are able to do such and such. Well, if you get that, the answer is 1, 2, and 4. Number 2 is 11 kinetic pounds of energy. Number 3 is 25, class 3, category 3. It's 25 pounds of kinetic energy damage that it can do to you. But guess what? One of the questions was the heat, updrafts and downdrafts, which is something that we were talking about. And Matt makes fun of me for when I had the Matisse flying back. And now, by the way, when you finish the recurrent test, let me take this off. You get this, you can email it to you and they print it to you. And they want you to sit there and cut this up and put it in your wallet. I mean, but you do get a pretty certificate with it. But you still have to make a wallet sized out of it. So anyway, that's what took me so long, because you have to actually go through the 2-hour training process. When you sign in, it's got 3 levels, level 1, 2, and 3. You have to finish them before you can exit and then take the 90-minute exam, of which the recurrent this one had 44 questions on it. The original one was 60 questions. And then when I took it 2 years ago, it was only 40 questions. This one was 43. They had a couple of questions on there about night flying, civil twilight flying. You have to have the lights on. Even in civil twilight, you have to have the lights. And also, what was the other one? Oh, I forget. You can change the intensity of the lighting, which I got that question right. It says, can you change the intensity of their lighting? And one of the answers was to suit safety. In other words, if it's too bright and it's blinding you, or you want to lower the brightness of your display, always go with safety. Just read the 3 questions. At least one of the answers are absolutely ridiculous. Man, I had them all on my phone. Because when I first took the the test back when I took this recertification, they just give you a number, whether you got one wrong, and they want you to go look it up. But this one actually, it's like the trust test. They want you to go back. They tell you what your score was, okay? And then they want you to go back and fix that question and resubmit it before you can print out the certificate. Hey, Matt, you missed the updrafts question. Let me find this. Where is the... But I'll tell you what, for 3 hours, that was absolutely ridiculous on my part. You know, you're trying to rush through it. You can't. You have to read it. Pop out the chat, bring it down. And then move on to the test. And you can't, when I first did it, I couldn't move on to the test because guess what? I was logged out of the FAA site. I don't know why. It timed me out or something. Hold on, let me put that on the clipboard. Should have gotten it in the emails, but let me post it here. Sorry for being late, but it actually is the FAA's fault. I know I can get rid of that. The questions were the usual. I would say there was 5 questions on there with classifications of the drones that aren't even in effect yet, because they're talking about which ones will need remote ID. Well, guess what? They all need remote ID, except for class 4, which is if you built your own drone, you would have to get that drone. They don't call it certified with the FAA. I forget what they actually call it, but you'll recognize the thing. And again, one of the questions was on a maintenance manual. And even though there is none, the answer is to go back to the maintenance manual from the manufacturer before doing anything. If your battery has a nick in it, do you fly with it? The correct answer is no. You check with the manufacturer to see if the battery's safe. The other ones were only about 3 on weather, which were not. There was no weather on the last recurrent, and this year it was on heat convection. They had heat convection coming up from the ground and, you know, creating turbulence. And then they had specifically asked you about buildings. When flying over the top of the building, what can you expect? Well, you can expect a draft. It will actually throw your drone. And then coming around the sides, you have the draft that'll blow the drone away. But yeah, I turned around. I just looked at this thing, and I don't know why I looked at it at my last one, because the FAA doesn't tell you when your certificate's running out. And today, August 31st, was the last day. So I started doing this at around 3:30 this afternoon. And they make you read each section. Because I was logged out, I had to go back, act like you're reading it again, because it's like the trust test. You have to press on each answer it and press on each one to go to the next. They don't tell you whether you're right or wrong until you finish, in my case, the 43 questions or 45 questions, and then it has submit for grading. So when you did do that, I got a 98. I got the one question wrong on the classification of a Category 4 drone. The correct answer was 1, 2, and 4. But the fact is they're all going to need the remote ID when it's available. And here's the other thing, and we were talking about this. If you have a drone, even if you're flying recreationally, you still has to be registered if you are Part 107, that drone still has to be registered. And how is that going to have a receptacle on it for these remote ID modules and still be under 250 grams, or 0.55 grams? That's the part that's killing me, because I know damn well that can't be done, and it hasn't been done yet, meaning that there's no remote ID modules out there yet. Yep, had to take the test, and it was last minute. I mean, it was either that or try and do it after this show. And I'm glad I didn't, because I saw that I wasn't even logged. I had logged in to the FAA site, and it must have timed me out or something. They're all on Matt's channel. Oh, I did tell Matt I was going to be late. So that's it. It was 45 questions, and there's no failing. That surprised the crap out of me. Well, I don't know. I got a 98, but it said go back, look at the question you got wrong, and re-answer it. So naturally, I knew what it was the second time. And then you resubmit for grading again. So I'm guessing that they're only going to let you get 100%. Oh, the phone was down at 18% because I was taking pictures of the questions for you guys, and now it's in there charging, so I can't answer the phone. That's pretty stupid. Where is Matt? I did. The phone is at 18% charging up, brother. I didn't check. Did Matt go on? Oh, you're together but separate. He did go on? Shit. I contacted him while I was taking the test, and I said it won't let me. I even sent him photos of the test. Sorry, FAA. Mom and Dad have separate beds. Hey, Justin.
What's up? Did you see we were over on Matt's channel watching you?
No, I didn't check. I contacted him with the test, and I was showing him that I was taking the test, and I said, I don't think I'm going to make it, man. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Jim?
What's up, brother?
I can't see you. I had trouble over on Matt's. I'm going to have the same trouble here. So
I saw you the other night. What's up with the iPad, man?
I don't stream yours and the iPad ain't jihad, man.
They're in a jihad.
They ain't jihad, getting along.
Oh.
You know what getting along means, don't you?
No, I get along with no one, so I wouldn't know.
Well, then you wouldn't know then. I'll have to talk to somebody else.
Even the old lady hates me. So, Chris, when I took the test this time, they make you go through 3 different modules. The FAA does. And then you have to, then it knows, oh, Jesus Christ, sign in. Please sign in with the FAA, ICAO site, ICAO, FAA site. And then it makes you go through the 3 modules, and it's telling you it's going to take you 2 hours to read it. Most of the stuff you know, so you're trying to blow through. But they have a couple of videos that you actually can't. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were roasting for a good 20 minutes.
But Matt.
We were.
And then this is the professional wallet one. It says on here, cut up and put in your wallet. See this?
I spelt your name wrong. You're going to have to do the test again.
Dude, I had to take it twice.
I wouldn't doubt that.
It signed me out.
Is that the first test you've had to take twice in your life? I don't think so.
No, there was that little driving test where the old lady got scared. When I hooked it around the corner, she was up on 2 wheels.
Hey, but if you didn't crash,
right?
you should. It's called control, lady.
We handled this perfectly. It was a Plymouth Fury with a 318.
Yeah.
Is that Gary? It is.
Yeah.
Gary.
Hey,
Yeah.
is this where I come to complain about the FAA?
Dude, I didn't check my stupid little piece of crap folded up in my wallet certificate. And today was the last day. Or else I would have had to take in the whole original test over again. I didn't want to pay $160 again.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Because it turns out,
But you got to pay attention to the little things like reading the chat and checking your wallet.
well, see, because I contacted Matt and I said, I don't think I'm going to be done with this thing in time.
You know, Justin messaged me and he goes, "Oh, you going live instead of Jim tonight?" And I was sitting in my lounge waiting for an email, and I thought, I got that message. I just saw that message from you, and I said, oh, "Fuck, I've only just found out." So, do you want to do a quick live? And he goes, "Sure." So off I went. I had 400 people watching, and we're down to 24 now. So that gives you an idea. And I stopped my 400 viewers for you, Jim.
Well, a guy.
I am.
I emailed Matt during the test. I've only got 90 minutes to take the test. But I said, let me tell Matt. So I take a picture of the test and I send it to him. And I said, I don't think I'm going to make it through in time. Because like I said, they tell you reading it is going to take 2 hours. And they throw a few videos in there that you can't really skip. So
I hate that shit.
I did as best as I could. And man, they really try and screw you up with the questions. Adrian's alive.
Adrian rings me. Listen to this. Adrian rings me during the show and he goes, Matt, are you going live? And I said, yeah. He goes, you going to be on all night? I said, yeah, mate. Well, I'm not. And he goes, have you sent me the link? And I said, I always send you the link. And he goes, well, no. And I said, you get the link every week, mate. It's always in your email. And he goes, okay, I got to go. Bye. I said, yeah, see ya.
And then just never pops in.
He's not here. Where is he?
He never shows. And then he says, hey, are you going to show up on mine? And when I do, he's got 6 people there already. He's got Londonard, Rocket Pocket, whoever that guy is, I don't know.
Rocket Pocket. Rocket White.
Rocket White. What is that? Is that some kind of cathedral dressing or something that I don't get?
You were thinking of pocket rockets. You know those little ones.
Yeah.
Little remote control.
We call them spinners. Anyway, I'm gonna ring Adrian now.
Tell Adrian to go on Jim's show, right?
Yeah.
He must have got the email, the invite. Hey, Chris.
No, he always asks if he's got it. Of course he's got it.
Lon, Maddie, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I really do. I had to emergency take the FAA test.
Jim wasn't going to go live tonight. Oh, hang on, let me mute myself.
Oh, it doesn't matter what you say. We know what he's going to say.
Oh, he's talking all kinds of shit right now.
Yeah. I don't give a damn. He doesn't show up. Does he show up on yours, Gary?
No. I usually get one, maybe one guest and 4 viewers.
I actually caught yours this week, but I was on my Samsung phone.
Oh, okay.
So I watched it, but live. But it's a bitch typing people's names in because it won't do once you put the @ in there, it won't type.
Yeah. No, it's
some of our names. I wouldn't want to type my name.
No. Yeah, I've moved to Thursday at 6. I'm the hour before Thursday Night Live. So
somebody should take that Sunday spot because since Mitch took his hiatus, that was a good time period, I thought.
Well, he used to do Thursday from 6 to 8, right?
And Sundays. Originally, he was just Sundays.
Yeah.
And then he went over to Thursdays too, in addition to.
Yeah.
but he's been taking. I've talked to him on the phone.
He's doing all right.
Chris, the emergency was I got off my lazy ass and read I had this piece of paper wrapped around my plastic FAA in my wallet, which is what I do. I wrap it around the card. And I forgot. See, here's the FAA card, Matt. Now, why do they give you this FAA card if they're going to sit there and it has a drop dead date on it of 2 years later? So then you're supposed to take, because this thing says 2016 on it. So I'm supposed to take this card, now take this research certificate, go like this, and put this shit in my wallet, as well as have a picture or a cutout of all of your drone registrations.
That's just a nightmare. So they don't send you another one.
No.
We don't even get that. We don't get a
You
plastic.
order a new card?
And
We
they
get-
didn't send me, they didn't tell me, they didn't send an email saying, hey, your thing ends. Your certification ends.
Yeah, yeah. There's the
So they
knuckle.
want you to pay the $160 and take the recert all over again.
Oh, by the way, everybody, Johnny made it through the hurricane. Okay.
Yeah, we saw that.
If you didn't know, I just messaged him earlier to check on him to see how he was doing. And he said it was hell, but they made it through.
Holy shit. Dan!
A tropical storm quick and started flooding
How are you, mate?
Louisiana.
What's up,
I
man?
got a call to go work in Louisiana last night, and it said I had to be there this morning. How the hell would I be in Louisiana this morning?
You fucking drive?
I have nothing charged. I had to recert. I knew I had to recert today.
Oh, the hell with all that. Why do you guys follow the rules? I just want to know. Why do you guys follow the rules? Why don't you fight this shit, man? Why do you guys keep just giving in to the shit? Just fight it. What the fuck? I'm not trying to be a dick, but like,
because I didn't. After
You
the
what?
NPRM, which 53,000 people commented on, they snuck out another one because they tell you in this testing that only 900 people replied to the actual application of the remote ID on FPV drones and, smaller drones. I didn't see that out there for commenting. I'd have told you.
You know what?
Stupid.
That's what they do. That's what they do. It's a box tick. They've got to have consultation, and they just send something out and don't advertise it. But we've sent it out, and even if they do it, they don't pay no attention to it. They've just ticked the box and said, "Yeah, we're doing this anyway." So whatever. But they've covered that. They've covered that area.
That's
pain.
actually
Yes.
true because they've got to cover their ass according to Congress. Congress said in the 2018 Reauthorization Act, you've got 2 years to publish all this crap. And since 2019, they've been working on unmanned traffic management, UTM, in earnest. They still have those 4 sites. Everybody knows about that corridor in Rome, New York. They've got one in North Dakota.
Did you see that story in Louisiana, Jim, about the guy? He lived in a house up on stilts, and he went downstairs during the flood to get some shit out of his shed. And a fucking gator came up and ripped his arm off, and then he went into the flood water, and now they can't find him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he went down into the water like his house wasn't flooded. He went down the stairs to go down to get something out of his shed that was down in the flood water. The gator came up, ripped his arm off, and then he went down into the water.
I can't process this. How do you? I live in Louisiana. There's flooding going on. There might be a gator in my house. I'm gonna go test that theory. Who does that?
Who does that? Exactly.
It's like the horror movie where she hears a noise in the middle of the night. I'm going to go look.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
Don't open that door, you stupid bitch.
But then we'll never know what's in there.
Yeah. I've got 12 locks on me door. I'm going to undo every one of them to look if there's danger
Just
behind it.
look.
Why have you got locks there? Leave it locked and you'll be safe.
Phase 1, I had to be there by tomorrow morning. By today, this morning. So I guess if I go, it'll be phase 2. But
See,
we'll
Justin, I've had that curiosity ever since the day I jumped in the Hillsborough River to go retrieve my RC boat and swam out
I
to
love
it.
that video.
I'll tell you what, dude, that is the most ominous feeling ever when you kayak out there and you realize there are 12 and 14-foot gators that you are swimming with to go retrieve your boat in pitch black water. You are shitting your pants, bro. There's nothing cool. There's no way to walk out of the water like you're a stud, bro. You made it back by God's
there's
graces.
There's no Tarzan going on there. Was that the day you went out with a mate of yours who doesn't do it that often, maybe?
No. So I got it stuck on the lily pads right before work. And I was like, oh, no, man, how do I get this thing? So there's a bus driver down there by the park, and there's clearly signs that say do not feed alligators. My chubbiness is like, damn, man, I got it stuck. I don't have a pole to get it. I don't have fishing string. I have nothing, but I don't want to leave my $400 boat out there either. So looks like I'm taking a swim.
I couldn't believe you put your arm in there to grab that boat out of the water.
No, not that one. I fully went in the water and swam out to get my other boat, bro. That same exact spot that they ate my first RC boat, I decided to go retrieve my other boat by swimming out to it.
Let me ask you something, Dan. Right?
Yo.
I mean,
funny.
You've done a drone recovery, right, at the top of a bloody tower.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would have been good to do a boat recovery with the drone, wouldn't it?
The problem was I was on my way to work, so it was like time oriented. You know what I'm saying? If I had left to go get my drone stuff by then, a boat would have put in, been like, oh, look at this RC boat, and made off with my boat. You know, it was like.
Wouldn't that boat, because it was full of water, wouldn't that have been too heavy for the drone to actually get it up?
No, we're still talking. Hold on, we're still talking about two very different scenarios. One of them was eaten by an alligator during the run, and the other one got stuck on the lily pad. That was the big brother to the small one I had. That one I had to swim out to get.
That's right. I remember that. And that boat that got eaten by the croc pops up again. Off it went.
Bro, did you guys see that video of the
amazing.
gator? Hey, did you guys see the video of the gator eating the drone?
Yes.
Came out like a day or two ago.
Yes.
It caught on fire inside the gator's mouth.
I was gonna say, dude, when the wildlife department sees that, whoever was the drone owner, whoever originally uploaded that is screwed, dude. You are not supposed to mess with wildlife.
Well,
that is a big no-no.
You got a link to that video? We can pull it up.
It was on TikTok. Somebody shared it on Facebook here. Let me see if I can track it down.
Oh man, if you could pull that up.
Dude, it is super, super bad. But they're all laughing and giggling, and then you see the gator chomp, and then you just see smoke pour out of its mouth with fire, and you're like, oh, whoops, that was a no-no.
You know, in these floodwaters, you know, I saw one at Disneyland here, Disney World here. We got so much rain, Justin, that people were letting their kids play in Magic Kingdom in the water and all. You know how filthy that shit is?
That's disgusting.
Disney
Somebody
puts
uploaded
chemicals, all kinds of chemicals around that park to kill mosquitoes and stuff. You notice you never get bit by a mosquito at Disneyland, which is true. There's so much shit in the air. You know, the popcorn smell for you to go buy food and all that crap comes up from the streets.
Did you upload it? Did you find it?
Yeah, somebody uploaded it as a short on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Then I won't keep looking.
I don't see it. What's that in the link?
Private chat, or did you post it in like regular YouTube chat?
No, I put it in a YouTube
It's in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, dude, that's a no-no. Like when it physically gets harmed by the like what you were flying. First of all, let's just put things in perspective. They were clearly trying to irritate the alligator by putting it right in its face. Okay, they were right above the alligator. Like you know what they expected to happen was it take a snap, and they were going to try to go up and get the cool shot of it trying to snap it. Right. Instead, it went radically the wrong direction very quickly.
Holy shit! I can't believe how much smoke there is.
Bro, that's a 3S drone, bro, with probably almost a fully charged battery.
Yeah, let's snatch that thing right out of there.
Damn it!
But he punctured the battery at some point.
Wait for it. There it is.
Holy Christ!
Don't eat that!
Why is he eating it? Go down!
Yeah, get out of here.
Water doesn't put
Yeah,
that
but the
out.
gator just sees it as a
Oh my
threat.
God.
Period.
Right.
What are you doing, George? Don't eat that, George. No. No.
Animals don't think like humans and are like, ooh,
Right.
painful. Let me stop. They'll just keep going.
Holy
So
crap. Where's
yeah,
Part
that
One?
whoever flew that drone, if they find them, they're just screwed.
How did
Yeah,
that?
that-
I mean, he swapped that out of the air. Amazing.
Technically, he didn't even go that high. They can leap a
hang
lot
on.
higher than that.
Was that an FPV drone?
No, it was like a Mavic
No,
Air.
it was
I was
a
gonna say it
Spark.
looked like a,
Think it's food?
Oh,
It was a
they were
Spark.
right. Yeah, Dan. They played with it. They were
Yeah,
right on top of his
Dude,
nose.
it was instigating the animal into an irritation, and that's exactly what they did. That's what I said. If somebody finds this footage, if the wildlife committee sees this footage, they're going to have a big cow over this.
Dan, it's
Yo.
a Spark. It's a Spark, mate.
Is it a Spark?
See the
Yeah.
comments there?
Think it's food? Think
Oh yeah, I guess I can see it now.
Damn, that could be a tell-all even.
No. Read what it says.
Think it's food? Think it's food?
What videos combined? We're trying to get these close open. Oh, okay, it does. Was only our second time using the Spark.
oh, they were counting on the obstacle avoidance to like, if the
Avoid.
gator snapped at it, it would move.
Does Spark have obstacle? Spark doesn't have obstacle avoidance, does
Yeah,
it?
on the front.
It does.
Front sensor, mate.
It does.
Yeah, front-
It also has optical flow on the bottom, so if it sat there long enough and got close enough slowly, then it would have started to rise.
That's what I think happened here, Dan, because they kind of dangled over the top of him.
Yeah, but it wasn't long enough to activate the optical flow sensor.
No,
He
he
came from
snapped it.
behind, so there's no way.
Think it's food?
Look, you know what? I've flown my Spark inches off the top of the water and it doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's not going to pop up. I mean, I think they put too much trust in the technology of the Spark. You know, it's limited, extremely limited, and
I mean,
obstacle avoidance.
All
They're above it,
dude. All Buddy had to do was go up. If he would have gone up, it wouldn't have got snatched. Instead, he went at an angle past it, and it just reached its neck back and grabbed it. You know.
Of the grizzly in Yellowstone and false charge.
Somebody's going to pay for that.
That's Fish and Wildlife, and they don't play.
They do not play games when it comes to alligators, boy.
No.
Fish and Wildlife is no joke.
No. Well, we've actually had a bit of a relax on one of the rules here in Australia, where we can fly closer now to marine mammals and all that sort of stuff, which is really good.
Why are you getting an echo all of a sudden?
Yeah, I'm getting a ton of echo.
It's all of a sudden.
I don't hear echo at all.
Have you taken your other screen down?
Not me. Right there. The gator
Oh,
hit
the
him.
gator hit him.
Really?
Look at the gator come in from the
Yeah,
left.
you barely see it at the bottom of the screen.
Right now.
Oh yeah, bam!
Oh,
Wow, it charged him too.
I
Move the
would want to
combat.
flip over. Hell
But
no.
see, that's my point. That's why you don't go back into stuff like that. That's their nesting ground. You don't go up in there. Like that's just dumb.
Holy Christ.
and it's not a good place to go in the water, is it?
No.
God.
Does anybody have a video? Is there any news video or something we can play of that guy in Louisiana? Because I didn't hear about it. I mean, I've been.
You want to see somebody's arm get ripped off there, Jim?
No, I just want to see the news
video.
report.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
That news report. And Lon's saying, so it's funny. The guy losing his arm, potentially dying, is funny, but a gator biting a drone is serious. It was the battery that shocked me.
What? I laughed at the stupidity of the person that went downstairs and intentionally went into the water of his house in Louisiana during a flood. That's just dumb on all accounts, right? The drone, I can understand getting close to it, but what they did was pestered the creature, and then it reacted in a natural instinct, just like the guy going into his house. The gator doesn't know it's your house, you know. But as a person, an intelligent person, you would think they would have the smarts to be like, hey, the bottom half of my house is flooded. There might be a gator in there. I probably shouldn't go downstairs.
I don't even see how you would consider going downstairs.
That's why I laughed. That's just, there's nothing logical about the choices that were made there.
They
I
show
got
me.
it, Jim. I'm gonna put it
That's
in
like,
the chat.
that's like, I know a bus goes really fast and it's really heavy, but if I walk out in front of it, maybe I'll bounce off.
There you go, Jim. I put it in the chat. I found it.
All right.
It's a news.
I like the guy. Okay, there's the write-up on it. Yeah.
You're creating a new broadcast. What the hell did I do?
I want to create a new broadcast. Can I create a new broadcast?
I don't know, but you got Matt to clickbait again tonight because he put on the stream, Jim will not be going live again.
Good troll. Good troll.
Oh, Matt's been getting trolled left and right the last week.
Have you?
Click. No, you're talking about clickbait, aren't you?
Oh, about
Well,
Ron, yeah.
that's a version of trolling.
Yeah. Oh, look, Ron was going to go live from Sturgis and he bailed at the last minute because there's a little bit of wind and a touch of water. But he didn't let me. He didn't.
5 minutes later, it was perfect out.
And we went to the live cams of the street of Sturgis, and there's not a frickin' thing going on. There's no wind, there's no rain, and he's in his shed, and he's going, can't go. It's
And
scary.
he has an RV parked outside his house.
So anyway, because I put on there, Ron going live from Sturgis, this blah blah blah. Anyway, so he didn't go live, and I couldn't change that title.
It's the echo coming from him, isn't it?
Who?
Yeah, the echo's coming from your computer.
Me? I've got nothing going.
Check echo cancellation.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you still hear echo at my door?
Nope.
No,
Well, a light one, a very light one.
Why would we all have echo cancellation on? I hear it.
But see, I don't hear anything on my end. You guys sound fine.
I had my mic muted, so it wasn't me.
No.
I don't know.
Well, I'll mute. You tell me if it's me.
What about now?
Can't tell.
Stop now, eh?
Maybe it's Dan's.
Yeah,
It
it's
must be
Dan.
Dan's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it is
don't know.
How is it me? I have headphones on.
That's
It
the
is
thing is,
though.
I don't hear anything. Everything is sound perfectly fine this whole time.
Hello.
I hear it.
No.
You sound fine.
Wow.
Well, then I'll drop out and come back in.
You
Grr.
just hit your echo cancellation on the app.
There shouldn't be any reason it's echoing. I use this all the time.
Now, this is, I guess, the report, right? Come on.
Waters at his home. So this happened yesterday in the hours after Ida made landfall. Deputies learned from the man's wife that he'd gone downstairs to check on things in his shed. There was 4 feet of flooding outside of his home at the time. The man's wife told investigators that's when the unthinkable happened.
She heard the commotion. She opened up the back door and saw that he was getting attacked by the alligator. She went down the steps and tried to do her best to fend off the alligator. When the alligator released the gentleman, she pulled him up the steps a little bit, went upstairs to get some items to render aid.
Well, the wife said when she realized his injuries were too severe, she took their boat to find help because they had no phone service. We've been telling you how awful the situation is there. When she came back with officers, the man's body was gone,
Yeah.
and deputies found evidence of the attack. Well, the couple live off a marsh near Lake Pontchartrain that's home to several large gators.
Oh, shit. Just dragged him off.
I think he came right back and dragged him off.
Yeah, because he probably passed out from shock or something and didn't even try to fight back.
Well, you know, if it bit his legs, you guys all watch MASH, right? There's something that came out of Vietnam called mast pants, M-A-S-T. They actually put the pants on you and they blow up with air to keep the blood to your upper torso and your head because you die too quick. You exsanguinate, you bleed out.
Shit, man.
Hey, Stevie.
Do you know that happens up in north of Queensland quite frequently with crocodiles, the saltwater crocs. They're vicious mongrels. They are.
Those are huge too. They can get really big.
Yeah. And people go swimming in the ocean. It's generally tourists because they're not aware. Look at the beautiful water. Oh my goodness! And it is. It's freaking lovely up there.
You know what we've got? Do you have these things called rip currents?
Yeah, man.
Holy shit! Have you ever been caught in one? I was at
No.
Long Beach, and me and my brother swam in one. And when you know you're in it, you can't get back to shore. It's not happening. So we started laughing because if you don't, you think you're going to die. You know, I said to him, "How long can you tread water?" And he said, "As long as I freaking have to." So we went on our backs, and you have to backstroke parallel to the shore.
Yeah.
To get out of that zone.
Out of the rip, and then start to come back. Yeah.
And you know when you're out of it.
It's a scary business, not having any control. And you know what? It always amazes me because if you look at, built for the job. If you look at seals and dolphins, it doesn't matter what the water's doing. They just swim around and do whatever. And we're in there fluffing around, like an empty Coke bottle. And we can't do anything about it, We absolutely useless in the water.
I don't know what that means.
That'd be Dan's got a message. Yes.
Girlfriend calling?
See the echoes there again.
I don't. I shut my mic off.
See, I don't hear it. I don't hear nothing.
I can hear it. Can you hear it, Gary?
Yep, I hear it.
It's so weird that I don't, though.
You got headset on though, but I don't know.
I've got fans running. Well, I always have the fans running. But I've got this mic up on high.
Let me try something there.
I've never noticed your fans, though, Jen.
What about now? Is it still there?
A little bit, bro.
I thought my microphone may have been picking the speakers up, but it's not.
It's not you, Gary.
Jay Coley said it's Matt.
Well, he usually plays off of two screens, right, Matt?
Yeah, I do, but that's muted.
Yeah, that's what. I don't know. It may just be StreamYard because when we shut each other off individually, you weren't hearing it. I can still hear me a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he went and blamed Dan, hurt his feelings. Now he left.
He got a call from his girlfriend. I know that.
Just talk at a normal volume or whatever when I mute my mic to see if it's still there.
The funny thing is when you watch those horror movies and you're saying to yourself, don't open the door. Don't go downstairs. The killer's there, you idiot. When they hear a sound, yet they go downstairs anyway with a flashlight to show the guy right where they are. Idiot.
They got the flashlight, but they don't ever think to turn on the light, right?
Yeah. Or maybe carry something for a weapon,
Or do it in the daytime.
So if Matt's muted, he can't hear if I call him a bitch, right? Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, I can. I can still hear you. Knucklehead. That'd be probably. Oh,
it could just be StreamYard.
Now I have some as well.
It could just be StreamYard.
It might be. Let me shut me off.
Okay, do we get it now?
Yep. Probably even worse.
Yeah, it's got to be StreamYard.
Or is it me?
It can't be all of us. It's got to be StreamYard.
Has everybody got their echo cancellation on?
Mine is on.
Mine's on.
Mine is on, and when it was muted, I still had the echo anyway, so it's not me.
That just indicates to me that your mute's not working.
You got automatically adjust mic volume, which is checked, and echo cancellation is checked.
I can do that too. Watch this.
Sounds about right, man.
Yeah. It's Ron Lockwood's fault.
I think
It
he
is
started hunting today, didn't he?
He did. He's out. I spoke to him yesterday. I think Monday, and he was heading out yesterday, Monday. So that would have been Sunday for you. So he headed out Monday. Hang on, he headed out Monday to go do his 2 weeks of hunting.
Guiding, yeah. Lon, you hear that the glass breaking in the kitchen window, and someone's coming in the house. You sleep on it and say, I'll catch them in the morning. Let them get the used tomatoes or whatever.
Sing an Elvis song and make good use of that echo. That's right. And just a little bit of reverb, a little bit of echo on there. Off you go. Even make Jim sound good. That would. That's saying something.
Nothing would make me sound good.
I don't know, man. I've heard you sing along to a few songs. You can carry a note. You can carry a tune.
That auto-tune has if you read the fine print, do not use if you absolutely can't sing. We cannot friggin' help you.
Right, okay. Just warm up in the shower, brother. Actually, that's what Adrian's doing. He's having a shower. And I said, well, make sure you come back on. She's a long shower, by the way. Make sure you come on with some clothes on, will you?
So listen, I have to bitch at you because the FAA specifically
Look at Stevie's comment, Matt.
took 3 questions on the test to discuss the drafts.
It's that wax jobs. Ever since he watched the Brazilian wax video, he's just been glistening.
Well, he bought that Manscaped kit.
He said, from the beard, you would think I'm hairy, but from here down, shaved.
From there down.
Together.
Here we go. He's singing. See?
With suspicious minds. Who did that song? Was that the...
You know what? You've just proved your point, Jim. You're right. It won't work, will it?
No. There's no help.
No.
And this is not something new. I've never been able to sing. When you're younger, you might have that Michael Jackson voice. No.
Look at what Mr. JRC wrote.
Never had it. Hey, John, what's up? My mother-in-law wants a mustache ride.
Oh.
I don't know. What's she look like?
I don't know. Most people don't offer people up like that unless I'm just going to leave it at that.
I like that. Well-used road grows no grass. Gee, Stevie. I mean...
Hide under your bed and see what happens.
Hey?
No, but if you have no weapons, Lon, are you going down? Lon, tell me that you would go down, okay? You got 4 feet of water. You're going out to check your shed? What the hell for? I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I'm used to so many. I've been having hurricanes. In 2004, in October of 2004, we had 3 or 4 hurricanes back to back. Look it up. I was out of power for a month. What's the point of going downstairs to see what the water level is?
Well, it's just some people make poor assessments and what's dangerous and what's not.
You got to realize there's not a damn thing you can do.
Because even a foot of flood water can whisk you away, no problem.
Yeah.
It makes as much sense as a guy swimming out to catch an RC boat in gator-infested waters, right?
And the one that the gator had it and then let it go, and you see the boat come shooting out. Dan still stuck his hand in the water to get the boat out.
Yeah, I'm surprised that boat even went. I mean,
Right.
Obviously the croc didn't bite down on it. I tell you what, man, I'm surprised that spark went up like it did. Holy shit.
That's because he bit through that battery is what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the battery.
lipo fire, right?
Yeah.
Mate, that would have burnt the crap out of the mouth on that thing.
Plus it reacts with water too, doesn't it?
You can't. Water won't put it out.
No,
Yeah,
it
that's
won't.
what I'm saying.
Phosphorus fire. That's why I was surprised he didn't go underwater, which he didn't for the longest time, to put that thing out.
Well,
Ray couldn't catch his breath to go underwater.
But honestly, gators that's what I'm saying. Gators aren't the most intelligent creature neither.
No,
Their
obviously.
whole attitude is just kill. They don't have a soft side. So he's not thinking about pain or anything like you would.
No. And you see those blokes in the past and like they got these pet gators and they put their heads in between their mouths and all that sort of shit. What you got? Oh, mate, that's just crazy shit. Why would you? Why would you? Well, there you go, Mr. JRC's. Hey, fellas, I just about to say, you can't tell if his mother-in-law is coming or going. So there's a vision for you. Not pleasant, Jim. After that moustache ride.
Yeah, there's the coming and going part there.
Yeah.
But see, it doesn't matter if he had a weapon or not, though, because if he didn't see the gator and it was underwater, I'm sure it wasn't the clearest water neither. I mean, if that thing snatches you from underneath the water, a gun ain't going to do no good underwater.
I'll tell you something too, right? I'm on my trip up to Cape York, right at the top of Australia. Anyway, there's a lot of river crossings there, right? Now the saltwater crocs, they love going up freshwater, so you know those salties love the fresh water. And even if the water's clear, if you're on a bank, and even if the water's clear, you can see that water. But what you've got to deal with is all the reflection on top of the water, so you can't actually see into the water unless you've got polarized sunnies on. You can't actually see a lot in the water because of the reflection, and you won't see these bastards coming, mate. And next minute, you know, because they've got about 6 or 8 feet of thrust, you know, and if you're in that 6 or 8 feet, you're in a lot of trouble. They're bloody quick there. Other than that, they just.
I went to this site. This is the site I went to recertify, right? And it turns out that you have to sit there and log in and then enroll in the test. Okay, I logged
Bob.
in. I went to take the test. Now where'd the test go? So anyway, I spent the 2 hours going through the test because see right here, let me just show you this stupid thing. Screw logging in. It's got the 1, 2, and 3 parts, and then the review. Well, when I went and looked after the 2 hours of reading everything, these were all still blue. They hadn't been completed. So the exam button does not light up. See, you can't see my cursor, Matt.
Now, is that test timed, or can you take as long as you want on it?
It's 90 minutes. It's timed.
Yeah.
Here we go, the cursor again.
Was that the same as the original test? Was it 90 minutes?
Yes. But the first test.
That's what I'm saying. The one you have to go to the actual FAA facility to take,
I think it's
or
longer.
a testing site.
I think it's actually longer. But you still have to pay for that first damn test. I thought maybe you didn't, but no, you do. And you have to sit here and enroll. What's it doing? Which
Now they got the perfect laws where Matt's at for that, though. You don't have to have a license up to like a Mavic 2 Pro to make money off of it. I wish we had that.
No. You okay? Yeah, it's an excluded class.
Right.
You still got to take a test and all that sort of shit to do that. But it's not the full. It's not the full whack. So yeah,
would that be equivalent to just doing a registration here, though? Like, is it super easy to do?
Basically, well, yeah. Basically, yeah. It's a little bit more involved, but basically, yeah, it's a really dumbed down version of your 107, basically, which is a lot easier.
They don't want you to fail this one either. guys, because I got a 98, and it said up here, again, you can't see my cursor. Okay. It won't light up the exam button until you've actually gone through the 3 sections and done the review. It will not light up the exam part. But the thing is, when I got the 98, it says go back and review the question you got wrong. So I had to go down here, find the question, and click on the answer that I thought was right, which was right. Always go with safety. No matter what the question is, think of what would be the safest. Because even though there's no maintenance manual, the answer is follow the manufacturer's maintenance manual.
Yeah. It's all common sense stuff, isn't
Well,
it?
because nobody should know the maintenance better than the manufacturer.
Right?
So that makes sense why they would do that.
I'm hitting on review. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. McCulley. They sure do. God, we even get snakes hunters. God's sake.
Yes, the recurrent test is free. Well, see, here's what happened, Chris.
But he said his expired though, so he may have to take the original one over again.
No, mine was expiring today, so that's why I was late, because I was sitting here taking it, and they give you this, and they give you one that you cut out for your wallet. But the point is, the last time mine expired, I had to go take it at the Melbourne airport, and they were booked for 2 weeks. So my certificate actually expired. But since I had booked, they didn't charge me. So I would think as long as you book it, you're not going to get charged. You will never get charged for the recurrent test. Anyway.
Here's that bloke we were blaming earlier, Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, hi, Ron. How are you, mate?
A little tired. Got off a 24-hour shift this morning and drove to Wyoming. Oops. Uh-oh.
Are you hunting?
I will be tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow.
Oh, by the way, the same company that prints the registration cards on Amazon for you, if you want a hard copy, they're doing the trust cards as well now too.
That is
Like
so stupid. They
for
actually
$10
charge you
though.
money.
No, but I'm saying it's a third-party company that just prints you a hard copy of it, like an actual card.
No,
for
but
like
if you go on the
$10.
FAA site, you can get lanyards and all that, and plastic cards.
I know. I'm just saying a lot of people use that one on Amazon though for their registration cards because it's just easy to do.
I went and clicked on the wrong site, and instead of the registration being $5, it was $15. And I'm like, why is it $15? Oh, well, it comes with a lanyard and this fancy, you can hang it, plastic pouch that you put it in, and it hangs from your lanyard on your chest.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
Is it me or is it just your volume's real low?
Oh, we've been having problems with echo. Is it me?
Matt sounded good. Gary.
Is mine low?
No, it's not quite as bad.
Jim, these seem to be the same volume through my speakers. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, it seems fine here.
Chris Hope just had the same problem on his iPad.
Yeah, that's what I'm on as an iPad. I'm going to give you a little view of the yard here.
It's just that window. That one window has trouble.
He works there, Sean. He guides.
This is down here at my friend's house, staying here, but this is the backyard.
Oh, FPV.
Now you're guiding out in Wyoming, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah, I start tomorrow. I'll be here 12, 13 days.
Oh, this is where you're staying, Ron?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I graduated up from the barn.
Oh, did you?
They had him out in the barn.
Did you? Did you get your roll in the hay like I are? No, you didn't.
Still working on that.
Yeah, okay, right. I meant with a person too, not anything in the barn. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, beautiful night here.
Looks lovely, mate. That's a nice little property he's got there. It's nice.
Oh yeah, you gotta see the front. It's huge. Huge.
What the hell is this?
My old friend used to live here, and then Don used to live in California. I brought him out here to hunt, and I'm like, hey, by the way, my buddy's selling his house. You got to come check it out. 1 year later, he's a proud owner.
Mate, what a spot.
Yeah.
What a spot, man. Oh, my God, have a look at that.
I don't understand what that is. It says claim your reward. So I clicked on it, and it has all this stuff. I don't know what that is. But I know they have a bunch of free courses here. Hey, has anybody seen, let me take this off for a minute. Has anybody seen that the FAA is putting out, Ron, they're calling them tour videos. Like they'll go to where you just were, like Snake River Canyon or the national park there. They're doing national park tour videos by drone.
Really?
We can't fly.
But
So
they
they're
can.
flying. Yeah, I don't.
What's wrong with this picture?
Exactly.
Huh.
And they actually call it a tour.
FAA Drone National Park Tour.
It shits me that law. It's
They're probably taking all the seized footage.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's on the cloud. Yeah. Look, you know, you can see both sides of that, I guess, with it when it comes to a national park with, you know, a lot of environmentalists and all that sort of thing don't want you mucking around with the bloody, you know, the nesting birds and all that sort of stuff.
But you had one idiot who actually, his battery started a fire.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
and obviously, yeah, I've heard about that, yeah. Obviously, that can be an issue. Extremely rare, though. But, you know, the issues there that can happen. You know, I can see that side of things, and they want to preserve what they have. But the amount, and this is what it comes down to, being a smart flyer too. You don't go messing around with the birds. You don't go flying up to a nest and all that sort of shit. You know, come on. Really? I mean, watch
You got
National
the common
Geographic.
sense, right?
Yeah, yeah. Now, this is the problem that stuffs it for everybody.
Well, I could see why they'd use seized footage. I mean, who's going to come back and copyright that? Jim might, but he'd be like, no, that was my 30 seconds of video.
You're damn right.
Fuck that it was over the national park, but
Hey,
Copyright claim.
so what? The drone can see for 4 miles. Is that my fault? No, but they're even doing live streams. Like, is that a tease? What the hell's going on? Look at this,
Live
August 16th, 19th, 25th. Coming to a
It's almost
national
like
park.
Biden, do as I say, not as I do.
Right. Were you at Olympic National Park, Ron?
What's that?
Weren't you at Olympic National Park?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got it scheduled for 2 days
well,
from now.
I wouldn't be surprised if these park rangers don't have their own drones that they use in the parks, and that's probably how they're filming it.
Oh, yeah.
They're probably using park rangers that have, you know, all the stuff to do it.
So all the people wanting to come in there, anything other than a phone camera or a simple SLR, if you're coming there to film any kind of documentary, anything, probably for YouTube, you got to pay and buy this permit. And I'm trying to remember who I saw that from. But yeah, you got to pay this fee to film in the national parks.
Well, that's what they should do with the national parks. They should let you buy a license for like a year or two for like $10 or $15.
Don't start that.
It's better than not being able to fly there, though.
Yeah, but that's pay to play. I mean, this is the free national airspace.
But
See,
I understand
you know
that, but
Don't set
that's a good
precedent.
compromise.
You know what? They do that. They do that in Australia, where they're all about the environment and all that sort of stuff until you pay your money, and all of a sudden the environment doesn't matter. You can go fly where you like. Now, there are states in Australia where you do pay, and they're making money out of this, obviously. How many people actually do it, I don't know. In Australia, I know of people who just fly national parks anyway, all over the joint. Bit different here, as I said, in Queensland, because we're allowed to do it. But elsewhere, every state's got their own different laws on drones, and some of them require you to get a permit. And others are just no go at all.
I don't subscribe to the pay to play. I don't. There's going to be enough bullshit. You see, like Jay's saying, I remember that about the geyser. Ron, weren't you and I talking about that?
Yeah, that one stupid dude went into one of those hot spring geysers, and he crashed the Phantom in there back in 2014, and that's what caused the whole national park shutdown of drones.
That other guy, I think he was in Arizona when his battery started a fire.
Yeah,
somewhere in Arizona.
Yeah.
Who was I talking to?
What's up, Adrian?
Was it Third Eye Blind? No. He was telling me that he put up a video. It was short, about a minute or two, and it had a wildlife crossing going along with a highway. But the wildlife crossing, he said, was put up by volunteers. He said out in Arizona, the state itself isn't providing those things. So
they called it an idiot light on the dashboard because they considered you an idiot just because you don't know about your car.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Jim.
because you don't know what the light is.
Sorry,
It's
Jim. You
also-
want to
It's also called a dick. DIC.
Are we talking about Tim's chair or what?
To the shop, we're pressured to upcharge.
Listen, they put an arrow on your gas gauge to show you which side of the car your friggin' gas is. Did you know that there's an arrow on your gas gauge?
Yes, there is. So can I talk now, Jim, for 1 second?
Go ahead, Adrian.
2, 1,000.
All right. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good, Adrian. How about you?
good, buddy.
Good to see you, Gary. Justin, Mr. Lockwood, Matt.
Hello,
How you
mate.
doing?
How are you?
Doing ponytail. Jimbo,
I'm going good, mate.
everybody in the chat.
You got the
Adrian's
kids in?
back. I'm still talking, Jim. Don't be rude for one, just for at least once.
Trying to be nice. Go ahead.
Thank you. Now, Ron, what was that BS excuse you gave me that you weren't able to connect to my Zoom when everybody else did?
Couldn't do it.
Why?
You have to download Zoom's application.
He already got
done.
it. He already got it. But he's been on other show that requires Zoom.
Yeah.
It was raining, Adrian.
Is that what it was?
It was raining men. Hallelujah. That's Adrian singing.
Yeah, it would not connect. Like I said, I've been on multiple other shows.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. All right. Okay. How you doing, Mika Steve?
I tried, buddy.
What's
Adrian,
up, Tim McCauley? Bob Casey? What, Jim?
I went to go on Zoom, and it made me download an application. Then I had to go find where the hell it downloaded to go on that to try and get into your show. But you got to put numbers in there.
Okay. Well, the link that I sent you gave you all those numbers that you needed.
I just want to press a button and come on to the
Here-
damn stream.
Fortunately, whatever.
Yeah. Once you have Zoom installed, all you do is you click on the link and it opens Zoom and
Thank you,
wait,
Gary. Gary, you have to excuse Jim. He's retarded like that.
Yeah.
Well, I
What
guess
about
I'm
the show
started
numbers?
too.
I was going
Because-
to use Zoom for my stream, but I'm too stupid to get it to work.
Well, I didn't say that. You said that. I don't know. I didn't say that part.
Who was that in the stream earlier that said, when in doubt, blame Lockwood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Jay McCauley. So,
No, but
Ron,
it
go
had
ahead.
that meeting ID number. I put that in there in the Zoom application, and then it brought me up to another window. But the thing to join, the button to join, was all grayed out. It wouldn't let me in.
Now,
I
the
was
way
signed into Google, I did everything it's supposed to do.
I do it, Ron, when
you have to let us in, right?
when Roger sent me the link for me to join, or even Paul Murray, all I do is just go ahead and click on the link. My computer out of my Zoom already automatically connects and log in.
I
all I
know.
do is join.
Yep, that's what it does for me, except for yours.
Very kiki, Jay McCauley.
Oh my lord!
Is that Mike Gross? Did you change your name? It's CNY. Is that permanent now?
Ron, did you see what Jay McCauley put in the chat?
Which time?
Just now.
Spread Lockwood business, but he told me he is planning to get his left nipple pierced.
Why did you kick me out, Jim?
I didn't kick you out. You know it.
Hey, Adrian, I sent you a link in Facebook Messenger. Check it out, mate. It's a Spark, a DJI Spark. Check it out.
Oh, I thought it was a Spark, not a Spark.
Is that a
It's
good
a
price?
Spark.
A Spark. Okay, let me check it out.
Good
Spark,
price?
mate.
Or what?
No, that's the
Let me check it out.
Hamburger and a beer.
No. It's not a hamburger. It's that burger.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
And a beer.
So
Mike
Roche has changed his name to CNY Photo Video.
Mike Roche.
You know that?
Okay.
That's old.
Central New York Photo Video. I saw that. Did you take a trip? I saw you said, Mike, that you got 100 miles away and you felt like a new man.
Just about ready to.
That's Adrian. Oh, Matt, I got to get up Facebook. You know why?
That burger.
Wanker.
Oh, I saw that Matt with the freaking alligator ate it.
Yeah, and caught fire.
I saw that earlier because Dan, the Jordan veteran, he sent it to me.
Okay. Righto.
That thing was hit on fire. Holy crap.
This is this is during lockdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. This is the captain speaking. Just about ready to depart. Should be away on
There you go.
She's on vacation.
She is.
Hey, Jimbo. Hey, Art.
Hey, Art. What's going on?
Hey, how are you, mate?
Seeing
Got
why
up to the Adirondacks 5
TV.
times this summer. Wow.
Jim Droney, how you doing? Jim's Droney saying hi to you, man. Are you gonna be rude?
Mike Grosh said he got up to the Adirondacks 5 times this summer.
Jim Droney is the one talking to you.
Did you not see me put that up and say,
No,
hey,
I did
Jimbo?
not see nothing.
I said, hey, Jimbo.
Whatever.
Then I said hello to Art.
I'm not in the mood to argue with you today, sir.
Is there a better day? Should I pick a better day to call you?
You're not PMSing, are you, Adrian?
Yeah.
You back on those estrogen pills?
Damn, those pills.
Turns him into a bit of a bitch, doesn't it, when he starts to get all
Hey, I got the princess over here. Watch your mouth.
Sorry. Oh, that's right.
Right here.
Hi,
Hi, sweetheart.
Doesn't know what estrogen pills are. Good.
I guess Chris Hope got off the phone with her already, huh?
Yeah. She's on the iPad now messaging him by the looks.
You need to have headphones on when you're doing lives.
You do.
These are some of your recurrent questions. That I shot
all-
Matt this video and I said, Matt, I'm only on number 2. I don't think I'm going to make the show. These are the actual questions.
Garbage.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
guys.
wrong.
Well, listen, I got to roll.
Oh shit. Hey Ron, stop being rude. I'm talking to my princess.
You know,
All right,
they
I'm-
even had a question on here. When you crash, they ask you the time period. You all know it's 10 days to report a crash, right? But then the next question is, who should you report the crash to? The TSA, the FAA, or the Ntsb? Is that the dumbest question? Why would you report a crash to a TSA? Run to your...
Oh, my glasses.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Run to your airport. Tell the TSA
Hey,
guy.
Hey Jim, I've got to nick off, mate. So I'll have to catch you again soon. So I'll say good night to everybody. Good on you.
Where you going, Matt? You ain't got
Hey?
nothing to do.
Haven't? What, really? No. Well, unlike you, Adrian, I'm going flying. So I've got my back.
Bye. Good night, sir. Bye.
No, he doesn't have. No, look, he lost the power of the stream, so now he's all upset and wants to leave.
Yeah.
Because now he can't keep people out indiscriminately.
Bye.
Matt, which one was the one you didn't want to show on your stream?
Which one of your videos, mate? Every one of them.
No, it's that little thing you didn't want to show.
Hang on, which one?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. You wouldn't show it on your stream, so now I want to show
There
it.
was some kind of message that you got that night.
The deer starting to come in the yard.
Beer.
Deer.
Oh, deer.
I
Oh,
thought he said beer too, but why would
Like
beer
4 or
come
5
in
of
his
them
yard?
stand down there.
Beers are
Santa
not
Cruz.
free in Wyoming.
No. I always said, well, I'm moving there if they are, you know.
You get a whole 24 pack or what?
You got 24 from
2,
Rock and
3,
Roll.
4. 5
Dude.
of them down there now.
Hey, Ron, is that your new backyard? Or you at work?
No, it's my friend's. He sometimes gets 20, 30 deer a night.
He
They're all
has
coming in
friends,
to feed.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Son of
Do
a-
you throw corn out for them?
Yeah, there's corn right there. They'll only come in so close with me standing out here, but
There's a guy in Pennsylvania, a friend of mine. He gets the deer and he gets the turkeys. So many turkeys, you're like, holy shit! Throw the shotgun out the window.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I can zoom in with this or not.
Like
You've got that 108 zoom camera, don't you? On the phone.
No, I'm on the iPad though.
Oh. Damn it, Matt. I can't find that one.
Wasn't on the plane, was it, mate? I mean, play that one. Go on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go on.
Girl on the plane?
Yeah, I wouldn't play it on mine. You played it on yours.
Clean up
You
in
called me a
aisle 5.
chicken shit.
What the hell song is that, Adrian?
I don't know, mate. That's just. Oh, jeez. Yeah, go on, mate. You called me a chicken shit for not putting it up on my live stream.
I'm looking through my
Change the subject.
Facebook things, and it's not. I don't see it in your
Of course
my
you
messages to you.
don't. Yeah, because you won't play it anyway. Let me see if I can find it from Mr. James Boyd.
Who else did I send it to? It actually was sent to me from you, probably.
Yeah,
Right?
more than likely.
I'm looking through them. Oh, damn! Who are half these people? Who is this Jason McCulley guy and Sherry Rind?
Jace McCulley.
Hiya, Castello.
You met Jay down in Florida, Jim.
I know, I'm kidding. He's in the chat. Since he gives you shit all the time, Ron.
I know he does.
He does. And that's just not what we're all about. But anyway, I've got to go.
Well, Matt, if you're going to go out flying, unlike Adrian, remember to charge your batteries and put fuel.
Put gas in it.
In your cars.
Matt, does that taste good?
What's that?
All that shit coming out your mouth?
I'm used to it, dude. Tastes like cream cheese and butter.
So anyway, guys, once again, if you take your recurrent test, you are not there to fail. All right, Matt.
Later, Matt.
Thanks, brother. You are not there to fail.
Hey, Jim, put me on full screen in a second.
Oh, yeah, he's right up close there now.
Oh, yeah.
And 2 more coming in.
Oh, there'll be more.
Wow.
2 more hanging back.
How many you see, Gary?
I see 2 there. There was one behind the railing by the step.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 in the back.
Lockwood, run off the porch and try and ride on that deer. That would be an epic video.
I'm sure.
You know who said that?
I know.
Yeah.
He's just mad at me because I was teasing him because his girlfriend outfished him today.
Yeah, when Ron was
Dude
talking,
is an interesting fella. You got to watch him.
I'll be back in a sec.
when Ron talks, the deer gets a little skittish, eh? Oh, here comes another one. 2 more.
Oh, yeah, they are coming in closer.
They're right off the edge of the porch.
I was going to say, do you have any corn to well, they're not going to hand feed, right?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 right out in front of them. There's more coming. They're coming up out of the draw.
Jesus. Are they all does?
Yeah.
Well, at least that's a good sign, right?
Yeah, there's more women.
Right.
They'll pay for that come October, November. Yeah.
Hey, Ron, that one you sent me on Facebook, well, you sent it to everybody. The one with the 2 birds. How did you get that shot?
I didn't take that shot. It's one I found.
Oh.
And I just thought it was classic, though.
It definitely is. See, Jay McCulley would have put his name on there.
Yeah, he would have.
Saying it was his.
Yep.
I got to show. This is the one Jay would throw his name on. When a male bird can't stand it anymore. He shuts the broad up. Trevor, how are you?
Oh, Trevor.
How you going, guys? I'm fine. I'm going really well.
Good. I saw you got a new leg there, eh?
Yep, I've got a new leg and I'll be out in about a week and home. Finally, after 6 months.
Good stuff. It'll be good to be home.
Yep. And I can walk for the first time unassisted. So I'm ready to go home unassisted.
Good stuff. That's great.
Oh, I found the picture Matt sent me. Ron, look at your camera for 5 seconds, because that's all I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, man.
Love you long time, GI. $5. I sat there watching the Taliban go into the Funny as hell because I had to watch Sky News, Gary. If I wanted to see any actual news, I had to go to Sky News Australia, I think it was, to actually show the Taliban going in the Kabul airport hangar.
Yeah, we have the best news here.
Well, I tell you what, they're unbiased and they've got some balls.
Yeah.
I wouldn't embed with the Taliban, and he was wearing a uniform just like them, so they wouldn't shoot at him, you know. What is this? Look at this.
We seem to get the news a lot earlier than some of the other countries. Like even when the Prince Philip was sick, we got the news before England did.
Yeah, well, you guys, I read, pulled out until, well, they don't know if they'll be back in September.
Yeah.
Nice rack.
Yeah, that's Putin. I didn't know he had it in him. That's all.
He's quite fit.
All you have to do is get your COVID shot for this.
Well, the one thing that I'm tired of hearing is how everybody's like, oh, the U.S. military just got scared and left and shit like that. It's like, it's not the military, it's the politicians. The military, the U.S. military is ready to fight at any time.
Right.
And they'll do a damn good job at it.
It's complicated too. It's just not an easy thing.
No, well, you see, until you told them, the Taliban didn't know that 2,500 Marines were holding a whole country together. And then you went and told them, you idiots.
They should have set up a permanent basis there.
We had it, background.
That's what I'm saying. They should have stayed there because anything that was strategic anyway, right next to Iran.
Why would you not? Why would you not? Honestly, any country, if you had built Bagram Air Base strategically up in the north between 3 other countries, why wouldn't you stay there?
Exactly.
Well, hey guys, I got to run. Jim, thanks for having me on.
When do you actually officially go out and take your guiding people?
3:30 tomorrow morning.
Wow.
Well, be safe out there, Ron.
Wow.
And they make a 3:30 in the morning too.
We have breakfast at 3:30. Head out the door at 4.
Oh Jesus!
Wow.
You're on Matt North time.
I am.
Jeez.
What are you guys going for this time of year?
Antelope, whitetail, and mule deer.
Oh, you can deer hunt?
Yeah, archery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I know you help your shooters a lot, but how do you
killer?
Yeah, I was going to say, how the hell do you help archers out?
I just get them to the properties, get them in the blinds, and if they're not having luck, we put the blinds by watering holes, and if we're not having luck with that, then I have a little procedure I call a drive-by shooting.
Scare them?
It works.
Kind of herding them into an area?
No, if you, especially the mule deer and the antelope, if they see a moving vehicle, they'll stand there and stare at it. But if you stop, they'll like get real skittish. They know something's up and they'll take off. So what I'll do is I'll get a hunter walking on the other side of the vehicle as I'm going 5 mile an hour, and the only thing that deer or antelope can see is my truck. And then what I do is I keep driving. I keep the rangefinder on the animal. And when I get within range of what the hunter's comfortable with, I'll say, I'm gone. And I keep driving. The animal will keep staring at my truck, and they don't see that the hunter had stopped and is pulling his bow back. And yeah, it's kind of what we call drive-by shooting.
Is there 100-yard limit, or how far can these guys go?
With archery, guys, the most they're going to do is about 60 yards.
Okay.
Usually.
And you wouldn't be able to get no drone footage out there because you'd be hunting, right? You don't want to get caught with the drone.
No, that would get me in a lot of trouble.
You'd scare them all away.
Yeah.
Well, you're not allowed to anyway, right? You said
No.
that was illegal, right, Ron?
Yeah, they would. The fishing game would frown upon that very much.
But you.
Well, it's like how in some places.
But I want to ask this one question because I know I've heard that dogs are sensitive to the noise of the drones. I don't know. I just want to ask: have you found any of the animals when you've been out droning on your own? Doesn't bother? Okay.
No. Those mountain goats that I filmed up at the Bighorns back in July, they got a little bothered by it, but because of course I was getting down kind of low. I was only about 75 feet above their head, but if you take it up to 150 feet or whatever, they don't bother them. Mavic 2's quiet enough; it doesn't bother them. But even like up in Alaska, when you go up there to hunt, if you fly in, you cannot hunt for a minimum of 24 hours once you get off of an aircraft.
Why is that?
They consider a disadvantage to the animal that you've flown into like if it was a remote site where you flew in by float plane, they consider it a disadvantage to the animal if you've spotted them from the air. So it's a minimum of 24 hours before you're allowed to physically hunt if you've come into a site by any kind of aircraft. So, and drones, yeah, majorly for hunting. There's rumor, I got to check into it, that you can use a drone for a recovery. If you hit an animal and they take off and you can't find it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to have to check on that. But I don't think my boss wants any drones.
Yeah, that would set a bad precedent.
So, yeah, Bob's is like 30 to 50. Yeah, is generally a good archery shot. No.
You're having to draw them in damn close, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, are you as successful during archery season? Yeah, I was right.
Yeah.
Because I know how many guys you've helped out. Believe it or not, Ron goes out of his way during rifle season. I mean, he had one guy with Parkinson's that he actually helped.
He's coming back this year.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, well, hell, look what you did for him last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Adrian, Jim, I put a video in the link for you or in the chat.
What is it now before I get banned?
It's only a 30-second clip.
Get to bed, guys.
The one you got flagged for, remember, that one was like 2 minutes long, though. That's why.
See you guys later. Have a good night.
Thanks,
Have a good one, Ron.
All right, bye-bye.
Good luck with your house, Ron.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to step out now too. Thanks for having me, Jim. It was fun.
Good to see you, Gary.
And we'll see you again.
Catch yours.
Yeah, I'm on Thursday at 6 Eastern, so we'll try and catch you then. All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Have a good one.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
I caught his by luck the other day. I was just on the phone and going through. Because you guys know how crazy it is to go and watch everybody's videos. Oh, you know what, Mike? Night Train did a cool video lounging out on his driveway. Where did Matt? Oh, that's Adrian. I got to get Mike Night Train's video. Well, let's watch this one first. But should I share the audio?
Yeah, you can. The only reason you got hit with that other one, I think, was because it was like 2 minutes long. All the other videos we've ever done wasn't that long. Oh, Adrian's going to miss this one.
Oh, they put him in the oven. Where the hell do you find these? All right,
That's
I
actually a hilarious movie.
Night Train. Yeah, so Mike is sitting on a lawn chair on his driveway while they're all doing burnouts in front of a bar. And since he didn't put the damn link in, I got to go to his channel, get his videos up.
I guess Adrian didn't like the video.
He's on the phone. Which one is this? Is it? Oh, wait a minute. That music might get me. But if you watch real close, you can see Mike is actually sitting in his driveway. This is happening across the street. Get rid of this stupid thing.
And there's the whole town in one gist.
Yeah. And they're sitting here doing burnouts. Look at the road. That's not Mike's house. His is with the red top there on the left. You see him in the chair in the driveway?
Oh, yeah, I see him there.
Right there. Let me put me on the bottom so we can put up some of these. Thanks, Gary. Thursday at 6, he said. Now, some of these, I think they were putting oil or gasoline on the back of the tires. Let me skip through a bit. Yeah, see here, he's like, this is right across the street from Mike's house. I don't know if it's, oh, you see that wire he just missed? The power wire?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy Christ. Oh, it's alcohol.
Oh, soap and bleach is what Night Train said it is.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to watch out, man. That bleach is, don't be breathing that in. That will definitely burn your lungs.
Well, they also have that shit you can buy, too, to make color. Like, a lot of people have been using it for gender reveals. You can put it on your tires, and it does, like, colorful smoke.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard of that. Really? Never heard of that.
Yeah, they use it for, there's different colours of blue and close to pink, where to when they have shower parties. So when they identify it's going to have a boy or a girl, they choose the right colour.
And then they just do a burnout, and then it tells them whether they're having a boy or girl.
That's correct. But it's rehearsed before they do it, but it's announced with all the people gathering.
Yeah,
Plus,
those
I'm
truck
sure
tires are expensive.
I'm sure there's home mixtures you can do to make that shit too.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to do this back in the day when we had posi rear. Without that anti-slip traction, you just had posi rear, and you could just sit there and power brake. But you're too young, Justin.
Well, a lot of cars now have rev limiters that won't even let you rev up past a certain point.
My friggin' car's a front-wheel drive piece of crap.
Well, it's like manuals. Manuals are almost all but dead now.
You used to be able to slip the clutch and burn them, yeah.
I remember when your alternator went out, you could push start them.
Yeah.
You could let out the clutch, push it, and then let out on the clutch.
What's up, Brian? You got some cool ones, though.
I remember my uncle pushed around a Suzuki Samurai for like a year and a half with a fucked up alternator.
Oh, to start it, you mean?
Yeah, it was just one of those little tiny ass Suzuki Samurais, those little tiny 4-wheel drives, and he
That
would
was
just
like-
push start it every time.
Oh, 'cause I was going to say, when the Geo Metro first came out, the 3-cylinder engine, I bought that thing in 1995 when they first came out.
My dad
Because
did too. I remember it when I was a kid.
It was supposed to get 1,000,000 miles to the gallon. It had no balls. It was a 1.9 or 0.9.
I think it was.
for
I
God's
think it was
sakes.
a 1.6 or a 1.5 or something.
Seriously
It was
low
more.
liter engine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
I-
could barely get up to 70, 80 with it if
That-
you were lucky.
It was a death knell trying to get on I-95 here, brother.
Yeah, they were
I sold
kind of like
that.
smart cars back in the day.
I sold that quick. Yeah, well, you don't need to power brake that. I mean, I had a Chevy IROC back in '86. You didn't need to power brake it. All you needed to do was hit the gas, and the wheels would do this.
My uncle always said one of the best, or one of the easiest cars to maintain was a Volkswagen Bug, because he said you could pretty much put a whole new motor on within like a half hour if you
I'll
knew what
catch
you
you
were
later,
doing.
guys. See ya.
All right, Trevor. I know you're on your phone. Here come the power lines again. He almost hit him that one time.
Well, that's the thing. He's flying the Mini 2, and it doesn't have but the bottom sensors. You got to be careful with that thing.
Is he flying that or the FPV drone?
No, that's the Mini 2. That's definitely the Mini 2. Just look at the way he's stopping and holding the hover. There's no way that's one of his FPV quads.
No. I thought he had the DJI FPV, which will do.
No. Oh, yeah, Mike does have that, I think, if he still has it. I don't know if he got rid of it, but I know he uses the Mini 2 a lot for.
The sound is a rock
Yes.
band, Mike. This guy you could pay to use his drive.
It doesn't really matter whose music you use, because I've known people that have used their own music and got a copyright against their own music from YouTube. And they had to fight with YouTube and say, no, why is this person putting a copyright claim on my song?
Chris does that. Chris Sunrise Water Media, he makes all his own music.
But that's what I'm saying is some people will actually try to, just to be assholes, they'll go out and copyright and claim other people's videos.
Yeah.
And then YouTube doesn't really know whose video it is. And so you have to have the proof to it. But it's a bitch fighting with YouTube over anything. Because
Back
that's
in
the thing
day, guys had tires that were already flat. They were slicks. You remember them, Brian?
I'm sure they
Slicks?
still have them.
Now, this thing doesn't need the power brake.
No, look at the tires are white as shit on that thing. That whole ass end is nothing but tires.
Mini 2 and the Phantom, mostly the Mini 2.
Yeah, Mike uses the Mini 2 a lot.
This is I know it's by the bar, so like it's a sponsored event, Mike, that the cops don't bitch about, whatever.
What cops? They don't even have a street light in that town.
Hey, more the better, right? I give them the claims, no strikes.
Well, that's the thing though, is if you try to fight three different, when they give you a copyright claim, if you try to fight it and you don't win it, you get a strike against your channel, and you can only get 3 strikes and you're permanently kicked off of YouTube.
Right.
So you either just take the claim and don't fight it, or if you know for sure that you have proof that says you can use whatever material they're getting you for, then you'd want to fight it.
I thought that DJI FPV had that stop button on it.
It does. It's that braking, like the
Yeah,
Mini 2
right.
controller has.
It does?
Yeah, the Mini 2 has the pause button that you can press, and it will stop the drone. And it will actually stay in pause mode till you press the button again.
I hear you,
control.
Bob. That's like hearing the engines rev. Yeah. What you been up to, Brian?
Raising farm animals. I'm currently into small horses.
Mini show ponies?
And I'll tell you what. Today, okay?
Right.
Mini
What
SC.
happened?
I'm sitting there doing the firmware update. Today, also today, this gives up the ghost.
That's the pocket?
It is.
What happened
So,
to it? The
I want
gimbal
one of
died?
those.
Yeah. It just, I keep getting a gimbal error message and it sits off center and it shakes. So, yeah, I did a bunch of research on it and there's really no good fix that works. But it's like anything, man. You go buy something and then something else
Right.
gives up the ghost. That's like right now, my camera.
I see it.
The one that's zooming in and out on me.
Yeah.
Why is it doing this? It only does it on StreamYard. I've been on Zoom. I get on YouTube without Zoom or StreamYard, and it's fine.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a little creepy.
Yeah. I mean, eventually it'll kind of zoom to this far corner up here so that you can, or no, is it? Yeah, it's this one. It's where it kind of zooms in on the railroad bridge right there.
Oh, see,
I'm just
now it's
waiting.
zooming in on you.
See, I'm just waiting for something to fucking run behind him right now.
Good night, Bob. Get some sleep, Tomas.
What's up, Tomas? Later.
I might have something to share with you here. Second.
Cool.
If I can find it.
Did you hear, Brian? Today was some stupid reason I took a look at my my old recurrent certificate.
Yeah.
And today was the last day. So I had to run and take the test. And they make you go through the training, which they say will take up to 2 hours. So I went through the training. I was logged in, but it logged me out or timed me out or something.
Oh, shit.
So I had to go back all through it again. So I texted Matt and said, Matt, I don't think I'm going to make it because you have to go through all 3 sections, reading everything and clicking next, 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 in order for it to even light up the part that says, in other words, you can't go and just take the damn exam. You have to go through the training, which they say takes up to 2 hours. I tried to go a little faster. And then I took the test, which I don't think you can fail. Now, I got a 98 and I got one wrong. But because that was on the classifications of drones that we do not even have yet. Like class 1, 2, 3, and 4, or category 1, 2, 3, and 4. We don't even have that yet.
I've decided that my recurrent isn't due until next July. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Damn.
And they give you this for your wallet, and it says right here, cut it up, cut out this small certificate above, and keep it with your airman certificate.
So you didn't really have to study too much then, did you?
But they made me go through, and actually it was a good thing because they snuck in some night vision questions and a couple of these 3 or 4 of these stupid category questions. Which one will need remote ID? And the fact is, all drones, doesn't matter what friggin' size, has to be registered if you're Part 107.
Yeah, if you're Part 107.
And that's one of the questions. But no hardball questions, just confusing ones like, wait a minute. I got a 98, so I got one question wrong.
Damn, dude.
But it tells you to go back, look at the question you got wrong, fix it, and then hit rescore the exam. So I don't think anybody's actually going to leave without passing.
That's on the recurrent?
Yeah.
That's bizarre. I've seen people or heard of people flunking the recurrent. pretty easily.
Oh, I got one wrong, and it told me to go back and fix it.
That's bizarre, man.
Because I'm sitting there looking for the score because it didn't have a certificate. And it said, okay, you got a 98. And then under that, small lettering, it says, go look at the question you got wrong and fix it. So I went down, and it shows you which one is wrong. It doesn't show you the right answer, but I knew the answer. It's always safety, right? Always error towards safety. And then when I fixed it, it would let me print out the certificate.
You're gonna miss the best part, man.
Where is it? Oh.
Look at those legs.
Start it over. I'm sorry, I didn't see it was there.
Never mind the dog, man. Check out the legs. Not my wife's either.
What, are you trying to get the dog to go in the pool?
Yeah. That's his first time in.
Don't you just have to throw him in?
That's what everybody said. And the last one I did, the last golden retriever I did that to,
yeah,
he was scared, petrified of that damn pool for his entire life.
Oh, really?
So I said, I'm going to do it different this time.
Well, it's good to introduce them to it. That way it keeps them from getting hurt or drowning in it. When
the other thing,
if they fall in, they're not going to panic.
My wife has already lost a dog to this pool once.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean,
I thought the dog paddle came naturally, no?
No. The time I did it with the yellow golden, it was March. That water was cold. Right now, that water is bath water.
Right.
So,
but if you introduce a dog young like this, at least if it falls in, it will know what to do.
I mean, after a while, I'm not gonna show the whole thing. I just take him around and around. But
did you hold him under his belly?
Yeah, that's what I do. Is well, my wife is in the way. You can't see him. He was loose right there. But that first time I let him loose, he went under. His nose was he kept his nose just above the water, but all of him was under.
I did not know that.
He was doing one of these numbers. He was panicking. And then I did it again, see if I can find the spot. And he was smooth as butter. I don't know what the hell.
I've seen so many that naturally dog paddle that I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah. Same. The funny thing about it is he's been curious about the pool. I can tell he's been kind of wanting to go in. Trying to find the part where I let him go again, because the second time I let him go, he was fine.
And did you bring him by the steps where he could get?
Yeah, in fact, when my wife is standing is where the steps are.
Okay.
Right. Once he gets in there and learns, and he knows where the steps are, then he won't have to really worry about them.
That's what I was thinking. Like once he knows where the steps are, he can get his confidence up.
He does, but here's the thing, though. Right now, it depends on where you let him go. If I let him go on the other side of the pool where that ledge is that you see,
yeah,
he can't get out from that ledge, and he'll start going along the edge and trying to find a place to get out. And that's how dogs drown. They get themselves tired.
Right. I didn't know dog paddling had to be taught.
See, like right there, it looks, yes, he didn't go under. Well, and I let go of him there, but he's right by the stairs.
Yeah, and he looks like he's actually doing it, though.
Yeah.
Was he doing
Get back in, you little shit. We ain't done drowning you yet. But yeah, man, I have not done any drones, any computers, nothing for 2 months now because of this dog. It literally takes up all my time. It's like having a baby, man. He goes down like in the afternoon. My wife will go, oh, God, now we can rest. He's good at night. He gets in his crate, doesn't make a sound, so.
So you're going to do the whole training thing yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it before. And that's the other thing. I swear to God, I think somebody taught him to sit. He got that the first day. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He's a very smart dog. But those first 2 weeks, man, it was living hell because he was pissing every 15 to 20 minutes. You could let him not take a drink for an hour or two, and he would still pee every 15 or 20 minutes.
I swear to God, it's like Brian has a damn cameraman.
Yeah,
I know,
when
right?
He starts
It's
talking,
freaking
it
me
like
out.
zooms in on him.
Hey, I got to get my coffee.
It would be cool if I could figure out how it's doing that and work it myself. And
I don't know, but if I see something run behind you, that's
well.
it. We're
Here's
done
the
with the
thing.
stream.
I did a live stream today. I did an unboxing of this drone, and I
Which
did a
one
live
was that?
stream. It's the SE.
Oh, okay.
And just because I haven't been on in 2 months, I figured I'm going to do something. And I noticed it started doing that. And right at the end of the thing, it asks it when you end the stream. It always asks you, "How did it go? Good or bad?" And I just never. I always say good, whatever. Just get out of here. Next time, I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I'm going to say bad. You always get tech support immediately when you say bad on StreamYard. I'm going to ask them what the hell's going on. For all I know, my camera's bad. This is the only app it does this on, though. It's weird.
StreamYard really needs to work on, though, when you're sharing videos, as far as they look like shit when you're watching them.
Wow.
When you're not the person sharing the video.
Look at this. A friend of mine, he says, I'm in LA. The name on this thing is Jimmy Boyd. I didn't know there was an actor named Jimmy Boyd.
Google him.
But Brian, I went and took pictures of all the questions because the last time I took the recurrent test, it just gave you AP 75. In that section, you got one of the questions wrong. So it did not tell you the question. So this time I went and actually took pictures of all the questions.
They let you?
Hell no, I shot my phone at the computer screen. But this is the one I actually got wrong. Let's see if we can. I mean, I'll need to put this up on screen for you guys next week.
Yeah,
But,
it's all blurry.
yeah, they made me fix this. And it says, here's the question. For Category 2 operations over people, the small unmanned source ADC-107-2, small unmanned aircraft system, small UAS, as amended. That's the question. For Category 2 operations over people, the small unmanned aircraft, here are your answers. A, may only be operated in closed or restricted sites. That's what I put. B, may only contain any exposed rotating parts. Oh, no, this is the correct answer. May not contain any exposed rotating parts that could lacerate human skin.
Yeah, I remember reading that somewhere recently.
Does that apply to recreational small birds? Or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, that is Category
So
1 is FPV drones.
So I'm curious to see what DJI's new drones are going to come out looking like. Are they going to, like, where they're going to put the blades? Are they going to build them with some kind of cage around them now, or what?
But look at this. For Category 3, I had to actually know that it was 25 pounds of kinetic energy. God damn this $200 Logitech Brio. I had to know that it was literally 25 pounds of kinetic energy for the Class 3 drone. God. It won't do it. Yeah, right there. See that?
There it is, yeah.
For Category 3 operations over people, the small unmanned aircraft must not cause injury equivalent to the function.
Brian, did you see what Jay McCauley wrote to you in the chat?
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, I put a link in there who Jimmy Boyd was. He was an American singer.
Yeah, I got a share screen up there too.
But I'm just telling you, you're going to have to know this stuff. Look at that. Category 4 operations are limited to unmanned aircraft.
Hey, but that's what I was going to tell you, Jim. My next recurrent is next July. I don't think I'm going to do it. Well, for one thing, I don't make a living off of it like you do. Although I do some commercial
Brian,
stuff now.
I
mean, unless there's Jimmy Boyd, by the way.
Go ahead. Tell me why.
But unless they change the rules of what's
Right.
coming down the pike with the FAA,
Right.
I don't see any reason to keep my 107 unless I'm in it for the money, which I don't think I'm going to be.
I just don't want to let them get ahead of me. I don't want them to beat me. At this point, that's really how I feel. screw them. This started off with us all in 2015, just flying our drones. There's never been an accident. Nobody's ever been hurt by other than the guy standing on top of his farm tractor and he flew the drone into himself. Remember that one?
And that
And the gator.
The gator. But we've never had these fall out of the sky and kill someone or injure any. I mean, you got to stop, man. And I just don't want to let them get away with it.
Well, look how well they're able to enforce the rules now. They pretty much can't.
Well, they are shoving it onto police officers. They are. Now, how that's going to work?
Yeah, that's going to be a joke.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's the thing. And some of these states have wrote laws pertaining to drones, even though they're not technically legal. So
they don't count. Right.
What are the cops going to enforce? They're going to enforce the federal, or they're going to enforce the state?
The federal.
Right, but not every police department acts that way, though.
No, with this remote ID, they're going to be sat there and told, Jim violated Part 107, Section 348 by going 475 feet AGL by the Sears Tower when he was standing at point latitude, longitude, which is clearly out of line of sight. You see what I'm saying? They can get us with anything now, and the cops just going to come and write the ticket.
Well, because
for them.
The whole point, Jim. They can make up almost any rule that they want to as they go along.
Right.
So I don't see the point of knocking my head off or knocking my head out just on one of their whims. It's just ridiculous.
Well, there's a law here in Florida that says you can't. It has to do with privacy issues about filming people's properties.
It's the same as trespassing.
But how does that fall under the airspace? Because, see, that camp that I filmed, that was one of the things that they tried to throw at me and said they could sue me for the video because I was filming their property.
If it's in the public view, you cannot violate their privacy. Now, if they put up a big fence and don't want to be seen, that's a different story. But if it's in the public view, you have no right or expectancy to privacy, including yourself. If I'm walking in Walmart, somebody can film me. I'm out in public. There's no expectation of privacy.
I'm curious to know what the actual wording of that law is, because honestly, I haven't looked it up. But I'm curious to know what the exact wording in there and whether it even pertains to drones. Like, does it mention drones in the law, or is it just one of those vague laws that can be interpreted 100,000 different ways?
I think it's a vague law because if they purposely mention drones, okay, it's automatically going to be overridden by an FAA national. Let's just say national security, right? The FAA has the national security of the airspace. That's their job. That's it. Nobody else can fuck with them. One agency does one thing. And they're a division of the Department of Transportation, who's a division of the Department of Energy or whatever. But you see what I'm saying? It's funneling down to the FAA, and the FAA are trying to get the local cops to enforce it. Now, what's the incentive for the local cop? Are you going to split the fines with the local town? Why would a cop care if there were no incentive?
Well, if it comes down to the law like I was talking about, honestly, that would be probably considered civil by the cop standards.
Mm-hmm.
He would probably say, well, this is a civil matter. There's no criminal matter here.
And you've got your standard trespassing and all that crap. Peeping Tom laws have been around forever.
This camera is killing me, man.
I see it.
By the way, I just finally, firmware updates are done. I just turned this drone on. Did y'all even hear it?
Yeah, I did.
You did hear it?
Yeah.
I heard a slight.
This is the quietest drone I've ever heard.
That's the SE, the brand new one, right?
It's the same as the Mini 2. The motors are the same.
Brian, what camera is that?
It's a piece of crap. Oh, this camera that I'm using here, this is Logitech.
Let me see the front of that, Brian. Can I see the front of that drone?
The drone.
The drone. Okay, so it is a Mini 1 then. It just has the Mini 2 motors. Now, are the arms very flexible or are they pretty stiff? Is it
How
like the
so?
original Mini? Like the original Mini, you could almost twist the front legs because they were very flexible. They had like a
No,
foam
this is
padding.
really,
And
this is very rigid.
it's a hard plastic in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, then they
I saw on
actually
Captain Tony showed how those on the original Mini. It was that thing. That thing was a piece
it
of
was
junk.
it was foam on the back of the arms, not plastic.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab my Mini 1. I'll show you the original.
I'm looking under my Florida tort laws, and that's not where I put it. I put the Florida drone laws under quadcopters.
Yeah, see the back of the arms right here?
Yeah.
This part is all foam, and look how I can twist it.
Holy shit. Let me
Man,
bring
you
this
got to
in.
be kidding me.
There's so much play in those arms. Look. And that's because this back here is foam, but the Mini 2, it's hard plastic back here.
Which drone is that?
This is the Mini 1. This is the original, not the SE. But see how the arms flex?
Why would it do that?
But if you do it on the Mini 2, those arms don't move at all. Because they were trying to say, they were at the time, I think they were just trying to figure out how to save as much weight as possible. So they put this foam backing instead of a plastic backing.
My God,
it's
though,
not,
a gust of wind could change the angle of the motor and throw the whole drone off.
I mean, it's not flexible to the point where you feel like it's going to break on you, but it's definitely, if you held the Mini 2 and the Mini 1, the original together, you'd definitely notice.
Good night, Jimbo. Chris, you're off? Chris Wedman?
Now, I hadn't seen the SE at all since they were talking about it come out. Did it come with the old controller or the new one?
Good night, Mike.
This takes me back to the Spark days. You know, and that's actually why I bought this drone. I kept more and more coming across a need for a smaller drone like the Spark. And this has a better camera, of course. And from what I've heard, this enhanced Wi-Fi is way better than what was on the Spark. So
Let me ask
take it
you a
out tomorrow
question,
and find out.
Brian.
Huh.
When you're doing your walk and talk, which one do you like for tracking? I'm not in love with the Mavic 2 Pro for tracking. I'm not.
No. I've done the tracking with both the Mavic Air 2 and the 2S. The 2S is really good. I mean, it just the Mavic Air 2 hit some twigs, and I thought it was going to come down. The Air 2S saw those same twigs and went below it and around.
Wow.
And we're talking twigs, not branches. You know, they had leaves on them and stuff, but still, they were twigs, and the air hit them. And I thought for sure it was going to come down, but it didn't, luckily.
Well, it makes a difference with those upward sensors.
Yeah. But now I'm going to take this thing out tomorrow and see what it can do. Oh, one thing I'm kind of bummed about, the Fly app, and I saw this on Facebook today. Bill Thomas was talking about it. People are having trouble with the new version of the Fly app. And I said, well, who cares? I've been using the old one. In fact, I rolled it back to like 1.4.1, and it's been working for me for months.
Thank God you could.
And then I get this thing tonight, and it says it wouldn't even recognize the drone. So I had to download 1.4.8. And I'm bummed because right now it's not on Triple Tech's website.
Well, the biggest issue that people have been having with that update was more on Android than iPhone.
Yeah, the camera wasn't transmitting, right?
It's Android.
Well, you know that Welsh Rob, he said that they actually replaced both of his drones because they blamed it on the app, the app update. He said that DJI actually knew there was an issue with the app update on Android. And they not only, even though he was the one that caused the Mini 2 to wreck, because he said he ran it into a tree, I think it was.
Right.
They just offered to replace both of them for him to make him happy. Like, even though the Mini 2 is technically his fault.
What were they wrecked?
Well, the Air 2 just flew off. He lost connection, couldn't see where it was at, and then it flew off. He was over water, though, from what he said.
This is what bothered me with the latest Mavic 2 Pro update, firmware update. It had nothing to do with the Mavic 2 Pro. It had to do with the Mavic Mini 2 or whatever the hell that thing's called. It was something with the batteries. So why are you giving me that up? Man, I've got to learn my lesson and stop updating.
Yeah, that's another issue I've got with DJI is this Fly app. How many drones is it running now? Like 5 or 6?
5.
At least 5.
It's got
it has the Mini 1, the Mini 2. It has the DJI FPV, the Air 2, the Air 2S, and now I'm assuming the Mini SE is going to have its own.
And the Mavic Air 2, so it's running 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the point I'm getting at is all the other apps that DJI come out with all those years were only specific to 1 or 2 drones. The Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom work with the Go 4 app. And I think the original Mavic worked with the Go 4. And that's all there was. There's just 3 basic drones.
I have the Matrice runs on the Go 4 app. Now, only my Matrice, when they updated like the Matrice version 2 and they went to the M300, they're on their own enterprise apps. They're not on Go 4. But on my Matrice, I have Go 4 and Pilot app. And I'll use the Go 4 app, which also runs the Phantom 4. But then if I want to use the Inspire or the Osmo, I have to use the original Go app.
Well, all those, the Go 4 app's definitely dead as far as adding more or newer drones to it. If they come out with the 3 Pro, it's going to have its very own app.
Ugh, we talking
I hope.
GPS?
No, we're talking apps. And how they screw you up, actually. Every time they do their updates, it's not because there's so many drones on one app.
It's like whenever they're doing an update, like mine, it said for the SE. So how bad is that going to screw up everything before that?
And any drone that doesn't have anything to do with the SE still is updating that firmware.
And there's just bugs in that stuff, man.
Yeah. I heard that guys were not getting any video transmission after updating to that.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And then you're like, holy shit, is this my fault? What did I do? Let me go back and redo everything on DJI Assistant 2. There's a day gone.
That was the first thing I did was hook it up to DJI Assistant. It didn't. It saw the drone. Said Mini SE. Oh, good. Oh, this app will not work with this drone. Yeah.
Now, what does that have to do with your tablet?
Well, I was looking to see if there was a firmware update on the drone itself, and there was, but it had to go through this on wireless, and that took forever. I was watching y'all for like almost an hour, sitting here looking at this thing going, and I'm just going, is this thing ever going to go? And finally it went, so I figured, oh, okay, I can come on now.
Hey, Dan, I was just telling the guys that the new test for getting your drone license has got questions on it that aren't even relevant yet.
Really?
They're a category classifications of drones that the government doesn't even do yet.
What? Wow, they're really trying to jump the gun here, huh?
Yeah.
As an FPV pilot, I won't be following any of that stuff. I'll be just doing what I want to do. Oh gosh.
No, Jim, don't worry about
it. No, put it back up.
It just amazes me the instructions that come with this thing. Yeah, I couldn't even begin to read that.
I know.
Hey, Dan, do you have any idea why Brian's camera might be doing that?
What, the bump in and out stuff?
Yeah.
This is the only app it's doing it on.
Really?
Zoom is fine.
Is your autofocus on?
What autofocus?
Well, your camera should have autofocus. Just turn off your autofocus. See if it keeps doing it.
Well, I'd have to back all the way out to do it.
No. Go down to your settings and open up your camera settings. Not on here. I'm talking about in the actual PC.
It would be the Logitech app.
Right. So you go to the Logitech and then you would turn off autofocus and see if it still does it. I used to have my when I first got this Logitech. When I first got this Logitech 910, man, it was doing the same thing, and I just turned off autofocus and it stopped.
No, I don't even think this thing has autofocus. But I know one thing: if I try to pull up the app, it'll say it can't because it's in use with another app. So I'm gonna have to back all the way out.
Well, it obviously has some kind of focus because it's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have Logitech Capture and Logitech Camera Settings.
Where'd my avatar go?
Bye.
Where the hell did my avatar go now? See, I'm gone for 2 months and shit just falls apart.
I have to replace mine every time.
Oh, you know what? They said that after that update, about a month ago, that everybody's settings got reset or something.
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Stop cam.
You had to go in and like.
Yours is there from forever, Dan?
I haven't messed with mine at all.
Look at mine.
No, it's when you go into because I haven't had any issues, but there's other people that said it reset all their shit.
Every time, every week it resets mine. Edit audio avatar, it's called.
That's got to be doing something you're doing, Jim, on your end that's causing it.
I swear. I would pay someone to tell me why you can't see my cursor.
You still ain't figured that shit out.
No.
Go to your cursor settings and turn it on.
It's obviously on. I have it actually on large size.
Computer recognizes
This thing's not letting
overcompensation.
me in the settings unless I back out.
Dude, these are spicy, bro.
Now, I just applied that avatar, and it went away. So let's see. Stop camera. Okay, there. Now, it'll be gone once I stop this show. That avatar will be gone.
That bites.
Now
Okay,
my
so
camera's on
here's what I
65
did.
degrees.
Here's what I did, Jim.
What?
I went to my Google settings and I changed my avatar for my YouTube channel on Google, and then I added it because that's what I chose to use with StreamYard, so it never alters. So whatever your above and beyond drones is, right? You're going in the app and you're physically changing it inside StreamYard. Just try changing it. You shouldn't even have to put it on there, honestly, if you're signed into your regular Gmail account.
Which I am.
So it shouldn't alter at all. If that's your avatar for your YouTube, that should be your identical avatar that pops up when you right. So make sure that it's accurate on your Google profile as well.
It is, but now I'm looking in I have on the right hand side, I have comments, banners. The hell are these? Show. Let me hit. FAA says no. Whatever that
FAA
was.
can eat my balls.
How do you? Oh, there's an edit.
Good night, CNY photo video. Who was that now that switched his name to that?
Mike Roach.
Oh.
I don't know any of these guys anymore. They don't watch me.
So, do you really think that when you switched your name to your channel, it screwed up the algorithm?
I don't think it's screwed it up. I think that the issue at hand is that you got to understand, first of all, I don't even care about my YouTube channel anymore, right? I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want to do, and I'm having fun doing it. I don't care if people are watching or they're not, right? So once we establish that, we get back to the case that I changed my name, and the algorithm didn't take for the name change. A whole month went by, and I never once got any of my Mr. Famous videos to actually go as Mr. Famous. If you searched in the search bar, Mr. Famous, I wouldn't come up. Some random dude would come up, right? And no matter how far I search down, you still would never find me. But as soon as you type drone worship, Mr. Famous pops up.
Oh, really?
That tells me that the algorithm never took. Like, it just doesn't care. It's like, nope, you're a tech channel. That's what you are. You don't like it. We don't care. You know, so YouTube apparently made the decision for me that I can't change my name and get a new algorithm.
So it lets you change your name, but it kept your old name in the search. That's
right. So the algorithm never took for the name change. I could type Mr. Famous and never find myself, even though my channel name is Mr. Famous. But if I type Drone Worship, then you find Mr. Famous.
All right, here I've got Drone Worship up in the top. You can't see my cursor. And now I'm going to press on search.
Are you sure I can't see it?
And there.
But that's because I changed my name back. So, of course, it would make sense. Right, but if you went to, like, let's say Accelerated Heights, he changed his channel to All Reviews. Remember that?
No, I don't follow him.
Okay, well, I don't either, but that's what he did, okay? Point is that he did the same thing, and you couldn't find him unless you looked up Accelerated Heights, and there's All Reviews, right? So apparently, once you get to a certain point on YouTube, YouTube's like, sorry, no name changes allowed here. You know, like,
oh, there it is right there, All Reviews.
Yeah.
But you see how they've cut yours down now?
What's
Look
that?
when you go under Drone Worship, I'm only doing 1, 2, 3 videos, and then it goes to someone else.
I don't think so. I think that one's mine.
What's that Drone Worship Exposed?
Yeah, that's Accelerated Heights bitching and moaning about his political views about Dan.
Who's Practical Worship?
What's that?
Some guy named Practical Worship comes up.
I have no idea. Just keep going down. You'll find troll videos of me on there if you keep going. Watch how deep this gets real quick. There's more Dan stuff, more Dan. Keep going.
Well, where's the Mr. Famous?
Gone.
Well, he switched his name back.
I switched my name back because it didn't take.
But none of the videos?
Here it comes. Watch.
Stayed?
You're there. Troll video. Oh, no, that one's not it. Keep going. You'll find it. You don't have to go too much further. There's a whole bunch of troll videos on there. Not too much further now.
Fly drone, no.
No. You'll see one that's like Dan sucks ass to the Order 66 crew or something. Like, you'll start seeing some of my really old trolling stuff on there. Like, I'm talking super old videos.
I want to tell you something. John Coopy put out a hell of a video on taking his GoPro 8 and stripping it.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, this thing
is
insane.
I don't want to do that because then my GoPro doesn't have any protection when I crash.
No, it won't have any. That is true. He goes through every step of this damn thing, and what's it? It's only 12 minutes long.
Ooh, mucho caliente, boy. This is hot. It's got that spice on the end of it.
Okay, Dan gets a point.
Why?
My camera. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, winning. I'm smarter than everybody thinks. Nobody ever gives me a chance.
Well, where the hell is my cursor?
I just play a big dummy on YouTube.
Jim?
Yeah, let's see if you can solve the big mystery of the missing cursor.
I did. I told him,
cursor?
go into your settings, open up keyboard and cursor,
and
adjust it to say overlay on apps.
Okay.
Okay, that's one I haven't heard before. So he may have it.
Let me shut all this shit down.
Oh man, we didn't get to watch an original Dan trolling video.
What am I typing in now? Cursor?
Just go to your control panel.
You see the amount of shit he has on his computer?
I see that, dude.
Christ.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna find keyboard and mouse. There should be a whole thing just for keyboard and mouse.
I see mouse over there on the right.
That'll work. I don't know what version of Windows you have or what's going on, but
yeah.
All right, you should have some settings in there under advanced that says overlay on top of apps.
Pointer options?
Pointer options. Well, it's going to be cursor and pointer, but yeah, pointer options.
Yeah. Display pointer trails, automatically move pointer to the default button spot. No. Hide
You're on the right.
pointer.
You're on the right track.
Show location of pointer when I hit the control key.
Hey, now we're getting closer.
Okay, now my camera's doing it again, and it's on manual.
Ah,
damn it, Dan.
It's not my fault. It's trying to fit your dick into the size of the screen too.
Enhance pointer position, pointers. I've got it on the large pointer.
All right, so
size doesn't matter here.
It might. Maybe this whole time he just couldn't see it.
Well, that has been a thing. You can't see it.
Yeah.
Switch primary and sec, no. Double click speed, no. Turn on.
Okay, let's. Oh God, there's got to be a. You're only not seeing your cursor when it comes to what? StreamYards?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wonder if we open StreamYards settings in your app. So if you go to like app, advanced app.
Oh, I found it. Working in background.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's under pointers.
Yes.
Third one down.
There. That's what I meant. Well, I call it overlaying, but yeah.
Under
Background
pointers.
stuff.
Working in background. Working on background.
Where?
Straight down, Jim. It's the second one down. Go back up. It's the third one down. See,
Working in background?
Yes.
Click on
it. It just shows you the stupid thing spinning. Is all
Now
that
hit
does.
OK.
See, there's no apply. Oh, shit.
If you hit OK, it doesn't.
No, there's nothing to hit apply. It's not lit.
Just hit OK.
Okay.
Yeah. Now go back to StreamYards and see if it's there.
Now, do you see me? No, you don't see my.
Oh, you're trying to show it on the fucking screen. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mine shows.
See, everybody else's pointer shows on StreamYard when they're sharing his screen. For some reason, Jim's won't.
Ever.
Well, you bought a piece of shit.
No. It's a Naga. It's a Naga 12-button gaming mouse.
It's a Naga not gonna show you nothing.
That's not true, my friend. The bitch lights up and everything, but I just can't get it to show.
It's like that.
Have you tried? You need to try another mouse one night just to see if it does switch it.
Just plug in a standard mouse and see what it does. It could be an inconsistency with the software.
This is the Naga software.
Wait, I see your. Wait, never mind.
I'm wondering if it's built in because of gaming. Like they don't want you to see the clicker. Like that might be an annoyance for a gamer. It might be built into the software of the actual, mouse itself.
Well, this is the mouse software. Tweak what? Performance.
Tweak it these needs.
Yeah, since the mouse has its own little app on there, it's probably a setting in that.
Yeah, well, you can't. There's no enable independent XY sensitivity. No.
Who's messaging me?
You
Hello.
don't want to screw things up, that's for sure. I only have a different profile for DaVinci Resolve because the buttons on the side of the mouse I can press. I'm not importing any. Turn the logo on and off and shut the wheels on and off because they light up. So I leave them on.
Oh, Toyota. The fucking hell. Can't get to the fucking oil cooler.
Scroll up, scroll down.
Fucking ownage pranks.
Yeah, dude. He would have a riot doing this on Jim's thing. Microsoft, what the hell? Where the fuck the clicker go, huh? Don't want to play with the settings.
Well, that be a runtime error. Whatever.
You do that voice very well.
Well,
you
thank
sound
you.
just like him.
It was Chinese or
That
something.
old too.
What's that?
I'm replying to Lloyd's comment in the chat down there. I'm starting to feel just as old because I can't figure it out either.
Well, I mean, even if you go to mouse on here, it pulls up the same shit. Mouse settings.
Hey, Bill.
What the fucking hell?
That was that woman from Mad TV, wasn't it?
What's that?
Oh, that the voice you're doing. She played it. She was American, but she played a Chinese woman who was kind of dead.
Kinda. This is Ownage Pranks. He's a really funny dude that I watch all the time. he calls random people and he pranks them using like Asians and like Tyrone. He's got like a black guy voice where he plays Tyrone, and like he does all these random voices of like hillbillies and rednecks, and he calls people and tries to just get them totally worked up. But some of his skits are just perfection in the best sense of trolling possible. Like I said, you guys know that I do troll to have a little bit of fun, right? Like that's the thing. Onit's Pranks trolls everyone, but this guy is a god at it. Like if you've ever watched one of his pranks on trolling someone, he will troll someone for weeks on end and record every conversation, then compile it into one piece and then show it to you, and it's just greatness.
Well, what sucks though too is he doesn't do videos as much as he used to.
No, because it costs a lot of money to do the animation.
Yeah, he does like once in a month or so, every couple weeks.
Like the Oracle one, that one is funny, bro. Where he's talking about his girlfriend doesn't like his little pecker. How can I make my pecker big? My girlfriend, she says she wants it like a this. You know?
Jim, in your app for your mouse, is there a tab that says applications? Because I have a Logitech and I opened it up and it was right there.
Bucklew.
Bucklow.
That's right, Corey, man. Bucklow, yeah.
Bucklow.
Where, Brian?
Okay, let's see. This is the Windows settings. Now I'm talking about the actual application settings for that mouse you're using.
Hello, this is Bucklow.
Bill said clean up that desktop.
Right here, Brian.
No, you're still in Windows.
Yeah. Where do you want me to go?
To the app that controls that mouse.
Oh, Naga?
Yeah.
It sounds weird. I'm waiting for him to finish it, like Naga Necker Commanac.
No, it's an expensive little mouse there, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. I bought one of them cheap little $5 gaming mouses. It works good.
Set up profiles.
Oh, the little like $10, $15 wireless Logitech mouses work just fine.
Yeah,
this is a crappy one. I've had this one forever and it works great.
But I can sit here and program the 12 buttons on the side, and I do.
I'm not going to. Fuck all that.
You remember back in the day taking the little ball out and cleaning the hair and shit out of it?
No.
Yeah. Now they're all laser, dude. Even the $5 ones are all laser. This is I think I paid $3.42 for this brand new little laser thing.
Optical.
It says, yeah, but mine's cool. It has a DPI button. I don't know what it does, but it says DP fucking I right there on the top of it. That's gangster, right?
There we go.
12 buttons there and then 2 buttons on the side.
Okay, this is the Tweak Performance tab. What about the one to the right says Setup?
That's for profiles.
Manage profiles. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
All right, but I've got a profile for DaVinci Resolve where you turn around and set the buttons up.
Yeah,
to do things.
But sometimes you'll actually have to enable it for the browser that you're using StreamYard on.
So that's kind of what I was saying with the overlay stuff. It like has to be like allow overlay over the top of, because when you're streaming, your computer's reading it as something totally different than a normal window.
Well, I'm using Chrome to put StreamYard up.
Well, did you see what Bill wrote?
No.
He said, I have the same Razer software for mine. Nothing in there. So
he's right. There isn't. I mean, you're seeing it. It's nothing fancy.
My dick.
Oh, it's only got 36 fucking buttons on the side.
Right. Well, you would program it like if you were a gamer, you would program it for different games.
God, I get so frustrated with one thumb trying to mash 12 buttons at one time.
My camera is going in and out like crazy.
It is not. It was not until you started moving around. The moment you started moving around, your camera started doing weird things.
Well, Mike put something in the chat earlier about something about auto tracking. Does your camera move?
Is it a booger? Can you tell? No, that's just a.
Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I got a baby dog to go walk.
Hey,
baby dog.
That duty?
Go to my Instagram account. Go to my Instagram account.
Oh my God!
See weeks and weeks of puppy pictures and video.
How do you do the video on Instagram? Honestly,
keep it short Keep it short. And I have something called video compressor on my cell phone. It'll take that 20 megabyte video and knock it down to like 5, and you don't lose any. You're not losing any quality.
I mean, if I go to Instagram, all I see is that stupid plus button to hit that to put up a photo. So how do you put up an Instagram video? And what do you have? Only like 1 minute?
I mean, you don't really want it much more than a minute anyway. Nobody's going to watch it.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, your video should be there too. And whenever you hit that plus thing.
I should we got Lloyd up in the house. Aw, that's cute. Maddie Cakes is in here.
Is Matt back?
Maddie Cakes.
Oh, I didn't even see Matt.
That Renee.
Yeah, Bill somebody. Hey, Bill.
They all left and came back because they went and watched Philly Mike.
Who?
Yeah. I went and asked a question. Swear to God, I've got it right here on my. Now I have to show this to you because I don't want anybody to think I'm friggin' lying. I went and asked a question. I said, "What happened to the $82,000 in fines, Mike?"
Man him. Get him out of here.
Oh, 182,000.
What he turned around and said was, "Oh, you must have been the one who turned me in." Now I said, "Mike, if I turn you in, you'll fucking know it. The last thing I am is a pussy. I will tell you if I turn you in."
Did he blame everybody in Florida? Like, dude, all we ever did was warn that poor guy not to fly like that. Like, how many warnings does it take to stop flying like that? And then you choose to anyways. I really don't get it, bro. I could never just come to and then we all just decided, hey, he's gonna learn his own lesson, let him learn, and then he did. And it was like, okay, but then I am curious, what did happen to that fine?
Well, in
Nothing.
2018, he stopped talking to me because I told him the minute he goes up, he's over the.
Yeah, but then he flies way out of line of sight. Like he just does
Yeah.
whatever. It's like, no, I can't do this. But then my whole thing was like, I'm really mad because he played victim. That's when he was like, "Oh, I didn't know the rules." No, you clearly knew the rules. We all explained it to you numerous times. You chose
Not
not
only
to
that,
listen.
Rick Halber sent him the drone rules book.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
He bought it and sent it to him. So I asked him, because you see his email address here, right? That's his email address, right at the top under James Boyd. I asked him what happened to the fines, and he went off.
I'm sure.
Spell check sucks. Doesn't let me try this again, so it looks like the piece of shit names. James Boyd is trying to find out the outcome of my case with the FAA. So why does he care so much? He mentions a bunch of lies in the message. What the fucking lies? $182,000 fine. You put it on YouTube, not me.
Oh yeah. Oh, even better. Right after he puts it on YouTube, he does the "fuck you" to the FAA. Remember that video?
Yeah.
Fuck
And he
you.
went on Ken Dono's channel and did the same thing.
Dude,
Same fuck you to the
what
FAA.
a putz. I just can't. And then all of a sudden, I'm victim. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the victim of a circumstantial scenario that I created for myself. I want everybody to know from this point moving forward, I will fly like a responsible pilot. Everything I do will be responsible. I didn't know. I clearly did not know the drone rules. It is all my fault. I take 100% responsibility for everything that happened after this point. Damn, these are good ramen noodles. I'm going to lose some weight today and run on a treadmill. And you guys should watch because it's going to be a really good time. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to yell at the lady upstairs that I don't really know, but she yells at me, so I yell at her. And then, wait, isn't that a mic show?
Pretty much.
And he blames it on me. Of course, the 5 guys that were there in 2 years ago told him the same thing. But they don't want to talk about that, see, because they don't want to be controversial. People, my friends, like.
Let me expose Mike real fast. You ready? Can we do this?
Ron, Rodney, Dennis, and I won't say the other two, just don't want to be controversial by telling someone you're not flying correctly.
Let's hear it, Dan.
It's not just that. You have to understand that the FAA gives you warnings in writing. For years, this happened before any fines are issued.
Give me 1 sec here.
So, did you get the camera working, Brian?
No, Dan couldn't help me out. I'm bummed.
When did that start? This is the first time I've seen it.
Today. That's what I'm saying. And I don't want to go. Okay, I already got to replace this. I don't want to spend another $100 and something on a webcam.
What is that stupid?
Otherwise, I shouldn't have bought this.
What does that pocket cost these days?
The new one, the 2, is $439. They have gotten proud.
Holy Christ!
No, but here's the thing. There's something called a Palm Fimi, F-I-M-A.
Oh, Jesus.
It's $199. Got the scroll wheel built in. Got a digital zoom. 4K.
You just gotta hold it like this.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it has its own software. Whenever I use this, I use my phone because I can't see that screen.
I know. Yeah.
So I use my phone and I use the app for it. And this also, the Fimi comes with an app. So,
Jim, let me know when you're ready to share that. I'm gonna show you where Mike's stolen personality is emulated from, in case anybody never noticed this. You ready?
Oh, I love this guy, Vic.
Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? My Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
I was just thinking that, Dan. I was like, he reminds me of that dude.
Oh, you got to let people listen, bro. They missed the whole opener on that.
Instagram, Google Plus, your sister's ass, the Pony Express, a very ticked off thick kid.
Does that sound familiar? I think that sounds really familiar.
Your sister's ass.
Your sister's ass, Pony Express. Anybody else connecting 2 and 2 here? Yeah, I wonder who we stole the emulated personality from.
Ticks me off. Having to tell the government what to do because they have their heads in their asses. Now, follow me. There's something that's been bothering me, so I'm just going to say it now. Dear government, we understand that the virus.
Does this look familiar to any of you guys?
It happened. It is what it is. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah, the movement.
Everything.
We can deal with that when it's all over. But here's the deal.
He's an actual nightclub act, though.
And
Rick is.
Did you see what Jay McCauley wrote, Dan?
No. I was told me personally that he just let the FAA warnings pile. But we all knew that. Mikey was just playing dumb, and then he wants to play victim afterwards and act like everybody's just supposed to forgive him and move on with life.
Thank you, Jay. I didn't want to mention your name, but thank you.
So all I'm saying is, man, I can get along with most people as long as you're honest. Okay?
No, but I was flying sunrises with these guys.
What's that?
And, I was flying sunrises with these guys. And when I mentioned something, I was, scolded and whatever. So I just went and do my own thing. And people keep saying, well, Matt will say, well, Jim's playing with DaVinci Resolve and all that, but he's not putting up videos. You guys told me you don't like construction videos, so I won't put them up. It's what I do. It's what I've been doing since 2017.
Hey, Matt.
Here we go.
Matt, I'll make this simple for you, bud. Right? Me and him don't get along. The people I've made agreements with to keep my mouth shut about, I will. Right? That's a talk we've had. But people that blatantly just want to talk trash about me whenever I pop up in anybody's room, they get the same business right back, and it's personal. If you make it personal, it stays personal. Right? I'm not somebody who just lets things go. All right, me and Mike will never get along. I don't want to get along with him. He's full of shit, and he's pulled the wool over everyone's eyes, and I'm not an idiot. Okay? We've all been warning him. Me, Jim, there's a whole group of us that have been warning Mike to stop flying like a fucking retard for 4 goddamn years, and he wouldn't listen. And now he wants to play the victim. I don't play those games. I'm sorry, man. So, yeah, I'll call him out openly.
My only bitch was to everybody with the range tests and all that. Yeah, they're funny to watch, but then
look, here he
is. And make more
Bring
rules.
his ass in here. Let me tear him down a little bit. I'll put some mental stress on that mind.
No. We're not tearing people down. If he wants to come on, he can come on. I'm not going to tear people down. This is not the Ken Dono drone worship battle station.
Wait, what does Ken have to do?
And you ain't drunk yet, Jim.
Because he comes onto your channel, screams, curses, and Mad Kiwi gets involved and all that other shit.
Dude, that was funny as fuck, though. You have to admit it was kind of funny.
Yeah, Mad Kiwi had nothing to do with it.
No, but he kept being called a potato head. I thought it was funny. Ken was so irate that instead of like sticking to the argument, he kept telling Kiwi to go get a better camera.
He doesn't even know who Kiwi is, so
I know. That's why the whole thing was amusing.
It was halfway
like,
into the rant. He goes, "Wait a minute.
Okay.
Who the hell are you anyway?"
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have to start smoking again if this thing keeps doing this. I could have a lot of fun with it.
You gonna have a seizure?
Either
No,
a
it's not.
seizure
You gonna have a
or
seizure, bro?
smoking again.
Is it following your finger?
Well, I don't know. It was following my. It was like it was tracking my head because I do this number. Next thing I know,
it does seem to move a little bit with you. There it is. That is what we need to track. Look
I
at
wonder
this
if it
guy.
has an auto track.
Well,
Nah, dude, your camera thinks you're. But Brian, your camera thinks you're famous, bro. It is
I
like
know, right?
paparazzi following you around your room and stuff. I'd be scared of that camera.
Yeah, I'm going over this way now, and look at this.
It's like set for auto track. You bought like the DJI of Logitech.
Why only StreamYard is doing this? What the hell?
Well, how did you get the camera to do tracking?
That's amazing. I actually kind of like it, to be honest with you.
That's about as good as my cursor. I have no idea. Right.
Dude, I'm getting a new camera. That's all I'm saying. I'm getting two cameras.
Can I?
Gotta
Let
get
me
this.
just give you a suggestion. Don't get the Logitech Brio.
Wait,
There's
The
absolutely
Logitech
no
Brio-
need.
what is it? What is it?
It's a $200 camera, 4K, that is absolutely a piece of crap.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The regular C920s, which
Which
I
are,
think are
you
about
can't find them
$50.
anymore, man. They're hard to find.
The 920s and 922s, they're excellent 1080p cameras.
If you can
'Cause look,
find them.
Well, I got the C920-22 off Amazon for
Let me
the old lady.
pull up Amazon because last time I checked Amazon, it said temporarily out of stock, and that was going on for like a month.
Bill, that is not true. That is not true.
And I am a clown. I'm a
No,
clown.
no,
I'm
no.
an asshole and everything.
I'm a clown. He's saying that to me. That's
We all
Philly
know how
Drone
much
Mike.
Dan loves Hudson.
Yeah, he's saying that to me. You're stepping in a pile of crap if you bring up Hubson, man. Don't do that. Don't.
Oh, look at
Don't, dude.
look
Oh,
at
you know
this.
who's about to release their video? Actually, he doesn't want to. He reached out to me today, and he's the only person I really trust that's going to do a good review on it right now that I can think of. Is Gorilla Man's Garage. He's totally straightforward shooter. Like, this guy tests everything, and he already says, I don't want to make the video just because it's such a gigantic piece of crap. It's like layering crap on top of crap. I feel like everyone's just going to hate me if I release my crap video. I'm like, well, is it crap? He goes, yeah. So, well, then release your crap video, bro. Like, what's the worst they do? They hate you because you call out all the fucking, craziness that it's doing? I think we all knew this was going to happen. And not only that, Hubson bumped the price up. So now it's $650. What in tarnations, man? What is this company thinking? I don't understand what they're going for here. It sucks. Have you
But
guys
they got
seen it?
the new Mini Pro?
Yeah.
What's going on with it?
Oh, it has tons of sensor problems. It's got jello in the footage. Like, it's just like it's a normal Hubson release. That's what I'm saying, is a normal Hubson release that takes years to solve all the problems that it has. Think about how long they've been working on the Xeno Pro. They still haven't figured out the firmware for that. And now they're like, yeah, we'll release another Xeno, even though we haven't solved the first one or the second one.
What was
It's
the
like,
one of
dude.
yours that I flew?
That would be the Xeno.
All right. Well, seriously, Dan let me fly it. When I push the sticks just straight forward, it goes just like he showed you. Just straight forward. And it goes
It
off on
doesn't
its
do
own.
this. It goes like this.
Even when you bring it straight back.
Doesn't matter. Same path. It comes in at an angle when you push forward. No matter what I do to calibrate the sticks, change the transmitter, anything, it flies wonky. It just flies sideways for some fucking reason. And it was a big problem with the Xenos, and they never solved it. It was never a solvable problem. This is why Hubson remains at the bottom of the totem pole for me and can't seem to get
They
ahead.
should have made that a feature. I mean, problem solved. It's a feature.
Lloyd, half the time I can't get this Brio to stay focused on me.
Oh.
And
Bill says it was sarcasm, and he says it overheats if it hovers in place too long. I would probably say that's
Hey, Tim,
accurate.
That Logitech C920, they have it back in stock, and it's half the price it used to be.
yeah,
It's because that used to be like a $200 camera. Now it's $59.
it's a good buy. It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
gonna have to-
purchase.
I've got the 615 right now, and the thing about it is, why is it only doing it on StreamYard? So I can get another Logitech camera, have it do a Hubson, and do the same friggin' thing. Just because I'm using
doing a
StreamYard.
Hubson now. Do a Hubson.
Is that the C922, Bill? The one you're looking at? The camera?
Shit.
Logitech?
I'm fading away.
Lloyd, I've never been able to get this camera under control. I mean, look at me right now, and look at behind me. Nothing is focused. Where Dan, his poster is focused, the wall behind him.
Yeah, but I spend a lot of time getting my camera to do that.
I only have 2 apps.
Look, I can blur it though. It'll go blur all day. See the light sensor trips and stuff when I do certain things?
But it's immediately back on you.
Well, I mean, this is the Logitech 910, I want to say.
So what the hell happened with the Brio? I don't get it.
Oh no, this is the Logicool Carl Zeiss Tesser model. I don't know what that means.
It's a Wish version.
Hey.
Carl Zeiss is the lens. Carl Zeiss is the lens maker.
Damn, bro, the Cracker Jack box version, motherfucker. That's some hood shit. Open my cereal looking for my camera.
What the hell?
Justin, I like you. You know why I like you? Because when you have a problem with somebody, you're just like me. You handle that shit. There's no games. You just put it out all on the table, bro.
Oh, I have to upgrade to customize my logo. Hey, Brian, just went full focused in on you, close up.
I know. I'm not even paying attention to anything here. I'm just, if I'm zoomed in, I'm trying to find something that it's worth zooming in on.
Whip out your dick, bro.
No, that's definitely not even show.
That might be the only time
This is a
I would
straight up
actually
camera,
do
not
that,
a micron
Dan.
microscope.
The camera's like, whoa.
That might be the only time I would do that with a zoom-in camera.
Oh gosh.
Oh, there's more. Shift videos up for comments and banners.
They've had that. That's
Audio
always been.
avatars, and then automatically add shared screens / videos to the stream.
Now, will this zoom? Let's see.
Justin, I can't. Ooh, how you doing?
What the hell
Zooming?
is that?
Is it zooming? Or
How
not?
you doing? No zoom. Stayed. Justin, I feel like if you just turned around, you're like preparing for an arm wrestling match with a DJI Mavic Air 2. Like you're
Everybody
just
trips
gonna
out about that
grab a
background.
hook and just.
Oh, shit. Hey, I got to get out of here, guys. This has been way too much fun. It's nice being normal again and talking to people rather than going, no, Mac!
Oh, that's right. I remember that whole phase.
Raising a dog, Dan.
Oh.
2 months in. 2 months in. Give me a baby. A real human baby.
Right. Easier.
It'll get better someday. But
Sure.
anyway, I got to go, guys. I appreciate
Teething?
it.
Are we teething stage right now?
Oh, teething. Can you see the blood marks here?
Oh, winner!
Yeah, blood marks.
Yo, that dog is on Charlie Sheen drugs, bro.
You know, all he has to do is open his mouth and just drag his teeth along my arm. It's like dragging across carpet tacks. He's got puppy teeth carpet tacks.
Oh, yo, that dog has no chill, bro. That dog's like, fuck it, snort lines and bang dimes, motherfucker.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
So anyway, there's the new certificate you get when you recertify, and along with that, they give you the pocket one, which they tell you to cut out.
Put in your wallet.
Print off your
put in
own
your
printer
wallet.
because we're not giving you one.
Laminate that bitch.
And it's not two-sided anymore like the other
Night,
one.
Lloyd.
Just do yourself a favor and don't
Well,
put that next to your man card,
Dan,
okay?
the other one was this piece of paper. This is my old research.
Oh, man. Hey, I got to go, guys.
There's
Later.
a vagina pouch for that paper, bro. Make sure it gets in there, all right?
You have to fold it, put it in, and then throw that in your wallet.
Oh, yeah.
Because it tells you that you have to have these things on you in case anybody like a police officer asks. I know. I'm just telling you the rules. Them's the rules they're making, and they keep making them rules.
And Chris is in here. That's funny. No, they give him a shiny star. They give him a participation
Chris,
trophy.
Chris, if I hadn't looked, I never knew mine was today, man. And like I said, they don't send you an email telling you that you're about to expire. So what is that? A gig to make the $160 back again? I don't get it.
They're treating you guys like little kids that didn't win a good sports game. That's okay. You still participated. Here's your little printout.
Well, wait a minute, Dan. Why do they issue you this? I don't get this at all. Okay,
Jim, you're asking me. I just had to do the stupid
There's a
trust
laminated
test.
plastic card. Okay.
Yeah, why have it?
That says it expires. Here's that beautiful $200 Logitech Brio focusing in.
Damn.
Anyway,
Y'all
it's
want
got an
Jim's address?
expiration
I
date.
have it.
So
Camera made a
then-
decision.
Then you have to take your recurrent paperwork and fold it up like this and shove this shit in your wallet.
Can you read it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Have you seen our new driver's licenses?
Yeah,
Holy
I know.
shit.
Gangster, isn't it? You also have a holographic image of yourself on there,
Your
too.
face is in there on this
Plus you have-
side in a
Plus, you
hologram.
have the gold star on there, right?
Gangster.
No, you actually
No,
have,
that's only if you're a felon.
you have your face in there several times.
Yeah, it's weird. They did like a little holographic image of yourself next to you. Like it's like going halfway down your face, like cuts here, and then there's another version of you here. I don't know.
But now I'm supposed to cut this out to the size of this card. I didn't make
That's the measurement issues going on there, bro.
I didn't make the printing size. It did.
Well, when I did the trust test and I went to print it out, it just kept printing out as a full sheet.
Bro,
It wouldn't-
look, I
But it
just took a
did both sides
screenshot
of the
kept it on
card,
my
right?
phone.
I just ordered a hard copy of it off of Amazon for $8
Oh,
just to
okay.
have in my wallet.
I just took a screenshot. Just is on my phone. Somebody asked. I'm like, yeah, fuck, here you go.
And
That's what I do with my
did-
car insurance. This is
what
my
I
phone,
did,
bro.
Chris, make sure you log into that FAA site because I logged in and it timed me out. So log in and hit enroll. On the left-hand side, it'll say that you're enrolling in that course.
Nipples.
I went
What?
through the 2 hours of the test and it had logged me out. So the exam button didn't light up. I couldn't just click the exam button. I had to go back and do it again. Life can never be easy, and they're just trying to make it harder.
Why would it be easy?
But why
All
are you
right,
putting
Jim,
all
I
these
gotta get
rules
off
on
here.
TV flyers? All right, Justin. Thank you, bro. We're gonna get off in a minute.
Oh, just when I was
I
starting to
can-
have fun.
I can shut this off, and we can stay on till 2 in the morning, like we did the other night.
I do it anyways. I
We had
step
5
forever.
guys talking till 2 in the morning.
Damn right. Impromptu life.
All right, well, I'll see y'all later.
Bye,
All right,
Justin.
Later, Dan. Later, Jim. Later, everybody in the chat.
Does that mean you're gonna fly with me soon, Justin?
Dude, I'm trying. I've been so busy, dude. Ever since I started at Dollar General, it's just been one person quitting after another.
Bitch, what are
So
you doing
I've
at
been-
Dollar General?
I got offered a store manager position there.
Oh, well, I would have taken that. If the pay is at least $20 an hour,
Yeah.
I'd go do it.
Good deal, Chris.
So,
Later, bro.
all right. I'll see y'all later.
Man,
All right,
we
let's tell-
still have 16 guys, Dan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, because everybody's hanging on every word I'm saying, waiting to see who I'm going to talk shit about next. But yeah.
They must have face tracking. I didn't know the camera had face tracking.
Dude, these guys
doesn't.
have Jim. I'll be honest with you, these guys have no clue what I have coming in store, man. I'm bringing my original troll nation of people to the drone community. We're gonna have some real fun, man.
Wait,
think
I
it's
do have a question for you. Why did I see 3 motorcycles in the garage? 4, and one was an actual 1100.
yeah, because I owned it for approximately 3 days before I sold it. I bought it for $500, man.
See, look, Stevie says I've been approached by NYPD more than once. Never asked about a part. Steve, I have this piece of paper now. I have to update. Okay, let me make me large for a second. How do I do that? Make myself large. Oh, okay. This piece of paper has my driver's license, which I'll just cover there, my FAA card, the trust card, the FAA recurrency, and on the flip side, I have certificates of authorization all on one piece of paper. So when the cops come, I just hand them that piece of paper and say, any questions? Let me know. Since they've been here 5 times, they now just say they do this. The problem is if your neighbor calls on you, they have to come.
KB United. I have gone after a number of people that needed it, and I have straightened a few people out. And unfortunately, that cost me more than I'd like to think about, but at the same time, needed to happen, regardless of my channel. I do this for fun now, so I'm. However, there's a few individuals that think they need to restart some stuff, and I'll make sure we end that real fast.
Well, have you noticed how YouTube is not adding subscribers to your channels anymore?
No, I'm still getting them, bro. I'm about to break 12,000. I'm like 15 away from 12,000 now.
I haven't moved in months.
I mean, like I said, Jim, it's different when I do GPS content. When I put out GPS content, people watch it. When I do FPV stuff, people don't watch it. You know, my whole thing has come down to like the fact that I'm not willing to spend thousands of dollars buying every new single product that comes out to get 300 subsubscribers. It's not going to happen. I don't care.
If you don't improve the camera, I'm not buying you. That's how it is.
Well, and that's your thing, right? And that makes sense. But I'm not like all these people want you to buy every new drone to be that reviewer. When I know in the end, I'm only going to gain maybe 500 subs from it. So think about 500, 500, 500, 500, 500. How many new platforms am I going to have to buy before it actually like starts to kind of pay back anything that you've applied back into it? You know what I mean?
You spend, yeah.
So for me, it's like, dude, I'd rather just make entertaining content, have fun. And then if I catch a video I think might go viral, then I'll apply some effort into it. Or if I think it's worth it, I'll apply extra time and effort into the video, knowing that it's probably going to get more views. But as far as like me caring about GPS content anymore, I don't. And I'm going to suffer for it. And that's okay, because that's not what I'm interested in anymore. I don't care. I fly FPV. I love the exhilaration I get from FPV. The adrenaline, everything about it is what I'm about. But the FPV community is much smaller than the GPS community. And so for us, everybody's trying to grow the same way in FPV. We're all trying to like, oh, look at my skills, look at my skills, look at my skills, you know? And they stop watching each other. So now it gets to the point where like all you're doing is hammering out, trying to find sponsorships so that you will grow in FPV. And I just don't care about any of that. I'm just here to have fun. You know, it's like I gave up caring almost a year ago. I just do what I want now, you know? So I'm not willing to buy everything new just to make the first videos before anybody else and, you know, ride the hype train of every new drone coming out just to gain subscribers.
They don't hang. They don't hang. How many FPV flights can you watch?
Right.
And by the way, this is all the paperwork for the drones that I have. This is all drone paperwork.
Right.
And where does it get you? Nowhere.
Nowhere.
I mean, unless you're getting paid. And again, we've talked about this. Guys like Droners.io and all that. I will not, and that comes with me in the seat of the car when I fly. But I will not do something for $40 and $90. Look at even your Mavic 2 Pro. Okay, that's $2,000. The batteries you bought, I bought the Apple iPad Mini Pro to watch the goddamn thing, which shut down on me once when I was flying the Inspire because it overheated, and all the money that adds up. And you want me to go take a picture of your real estate house for $40?
Right?
No.
Give me 1 sec, Jim. Keep talking. Give me 1 sec.
I mean, it's just insane when you look at the amount of money and time you have invested. $160 to take your initial test. Now these secondary tests are free. This is only the first free one. This recurrent one was free that I got. It's still $160 to take the first one. And I had to go to Melbourne Airport to do that. And here's the thing. If I had to go to the airport to sit for the 2 hours to take the test on their computer, which they give you a book, which has the legend in it, again, not meant to fail. Why can't they just take me outside and do a proficiency test where you show them that you know how to fly a drone? Wouldn't this add up to safety so they could stop making as many rules? Because right now they're in the blind sitting in their office somewhere. They don't know if Dan can fly a drone, if Jim can fly a drone. Well, if I went and got my 107, sat for a 2-hour test, you took me out back and I showed you I can fly a drone, it's just like driving a car. You go through driver's ed, which we used to get in high school for free. Then you take your driver's test, which is your practical. And then for life, you're good.
Jim, I stopped buying drones to appease YouTubers, and the amount of money that I have now is ridiculous, bro. It's not even funny, right? I just quit buying stupid drones for everybody else, and I have pocketed so much more money doing my own thing and just having fun.
And
right?
you got into a good niche with the battery mod.
Right. Well, I mean, there's more than that. I still do motorcycles, scooters. I sell them, dude. I make like it's kind of crazy how much I make now. Like in 2 weeks, I can make like $4,000, bro. If I just apply myself for a solid 2 weeks, like that's easy money for me because most of the time I just wait for parts and then I install them and then it's over and I sell it and it's done. Right. So I have so much more free time being my own boss that I can make YouTube content that I want and I don't have to rely on anything. I just have fun now. That's all I do. Right? I don't have to worry about whether I'm Ken or Ken Heron. Do you notice anything about all these big YouTubers? They all have tons of money to play with to gain all the new products to get where they're going. And then as they grow, they gain sponsorships and then they take off and just leave everybody dusted. Right? Yeah. Think about it. The average Joe is not buying every new platform coming out to gain subscribers. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Why? So, if you're not going to use it, why would you buy it?
Right. So why would I want to take all that money to impress a bunch of people to just gain a few hundred subscribers? Like it doesn't make sense. There's free ways to make YouTube money and just do stuff that's easy, like fixing a scooter and showing the tutorial video, and then you wait, and in 6 months that starts to garner a lot of views because those types of videos get watched. So I'm not chasing something that's dying. As far as I'm concerned, the drone hobby's dying. It's not recovering. It is going downhill fast. And I made a decision a year ago to not fall down that hole. I will fly FPV. Go ahead.
Like, look what he's saying below. I'll photograph a couple of weddings and buy some gear. Well, here's an opportunity because, all right, look at a TV show. Okay, any TV show, watch and start counting. Picture cameras on Jim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Camera moved over to the next scene. Every 5 to 10 seconds, that camera is changing scenes and all that.
Sure.
When you're buying a drone, it's used with your other gear. Like I use the Osmo Pro with the X5 camera on it as my secondary because I only have a Rebel XT. Where other guys are buying the A64, the Sony X6400 and such. But it's a tool. Mm-hmm. Unless you're just going out for fun and flying and having a great time, then it's great. Sure. But it's not the be-all and end-all. It alone is not going to... He's using it for weddings. Now you can get drone shots with the weddings, too. It's an add-on.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm utilizing my drones for now. I'm happy with what I have. I don't need to buy the newest thing. Does it shoot in 4K? Yeah. Does it shoot 60 frames per second? Does it have HDR? Yeah. It's got everything I need to run a decent YouTube channel and use it as a tool as opposed to constantly just trying to cater to a drone community of people that you're barely going to keep any kind of residual viewership on. Right. Like as soon as you sell that drone, you lose that entire audience now. That audience is gone because you're not messing with that product anymore. It's over. You know?
Well, and how long can you hang on? I mean, honest to God, and you know this, we've spoken in person. Mm-hmm. I do not show my matrice on here. I don't show, I try not to anyway, all right? Because then people will think, well, you think you're hot shit. you're showing $30,000 worth of gear or something like
Right.
that. No, that's not who I am, and I think you guys know that. I'm not about trying to be a big shot. It's got nothing to do with that. I wanted to start this when we did. It was supposed to be about Tech Tuesdays and actually learning something. You were there, Dan.
Yeah, I know.
At the beginning. And people didn't want to. So now whenever I can, I squeeze a little something
Good night,
in
Lloyd.
there.
Good night, Lloyd. Sorry.
Sorry, Lloyd, I chased you off. He's got to go take a nap before he has to take a nap.
All I'm saying is, man, some of us have started to come to the realization that unless you're willing to fork out a ton of money, you're not going to be that YouTube star like everybody is showing you they can be. I get a real kick out of these spin-up things, and I hate to do this to everybody because I know a lot of people are spin-up fans, but these YouTubers go in there and they go, "Yeah, let me tell you how I grew. So basically, I had a lot of money, and I bought a lot of new products, and that's how I did it." You know? That's basically what they did, except they tried to convince you otherwise. Oh, I did it by starting here and doing this little thing and that. No, you had a lot of money. You applied it into buying a lot of new products. You got recognized. Sponsors found you, and then you grew because of that. Don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not here to hear all that blasphemy bullshit sugarcoating stuff. I know how you got to where you are. I'm not dumb. I'm a pretty logical guy, I would say. You know, but everybody eats it up. They sit there and they watch the spin up stuff. Oh, I can be the next Ken Heron.
Dude,
you know,
I watched someone, not even bullshitting you now. I watched someone get $700 on what are these things when people give you money on StreamYard?
Oh yeah, the donation stuff.
Super chats or something.
Super chats, yeah.
$700. I'll tell you off stream who it was when I shut this off.
Look, there are certain people I will donate to. And some of you guys have seen it. Some of you guys that are in the comment section have seen me donate to certain people. Sometimes I'll spend $100 in a stream. It really depends. And I'm not doing it because they're my friend. I'm doing it because they're giving good information. If I see that good, solid information is being presented, just like anybody that watches good entertainment on TV, you pay for good entertainment, right? I will do that. I will support the people that I think are knowledgeable and are putting out very good information without all the bluster and the bullshit.
Right.
Okay? That's just how it is. I'm a very logical person, and I'm a very straight shooter. I just have a problem with certain people, and I call them out on it, and people hate me for it. So I'm sorry.
And there's two things you and I have in common. We don't have join our channels and pay us monthly for what? What the fuck are you? Excuse me. What are you paying for? I've seen some people who have joined my channel and they have nothing to contribute to the subject. If I don't know it, I try and get people like Jay McCulley on here who do. I mean, this friggin' guy makes some great friggin' photos, and he's been doing it forever. Third Eye doing weddings. Ron?
Yeah.
Ron does
I like
weddings.
Third Eye. I like Third Eye.
You know
He's
what
a good
I'm saying?
dude.
There's a lot of people on here with a lot of knowledge, and I wish that I could get them to actually come on the show and all that. But people don't like to brag, and Chris, Sunrise Waterman, makes all his own music.
Mm-hmm.
There's some freaking talent. Jody, drum shots, a lot of computer knowledge in that dude.
Yep. Oh, I promise you, I'm very knowledgeable. It's just I get like Jim. Most of your streams, I can't really get into because they're more like GPS now than anything, and you do a lot of rules and drone talking. And as you know, I kind of veered off of all of that, man. I'm just sick and tired of the government trying to control every aspect of what I do. So the less I hear about it,
to FPV.
you know. Well, no, but see, that's the thing. Us FPV guys don't give a fuck. We are going to do what we want to do regardless of what they say. Sometimes you got to create a little chaos and anarchy before you raise a few eyebrows. We can be those people, and I promise you the FPV guys are not going to listen to any rules and regulations that come afterwards.
I know, but I'm watching it being done. Dan, you know I don't fly FPV, but I got my comment in.
Sure.
I'm not going to let them get away with shit, man.
No.
I think this is all bullshit. You're over processing something.
Here's my thing, though. And this is where Jim, I heard what you just said. You said, I don't let them get away with things. But let me show you how much you do, though. And you might not even realize you're doing it. I'm going to give you a prime example. Okay. We're not paying for airspace. Airspace is airspace. We shouldn't be paying for airspace. It's free to fly. If you get a paramotor, can you not fly in the airspace?
Yes.
Well, you shouldn't have to pay for it, should you?
But airliners pay to fly into airports. Different subject.
But you're talking about into an airport.
Right.
You're talking about restricted airspace, right? But I'm talking about open public airspace. Shouldn't have to, there you go. You got a $5 super chat.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
Yeah, why did I do this? There you go, man. That's awesome. But think about this.
It.
Why would you pay the government to let you use your own personal property?
Right.
So I'm gonna
it's just like DJI. Are we renting?
Right.
Because when they decide to stop selling us batteries,
right, you're done. You're done. You bought something that they have total control over. And this has been my whole issue in my fight since the beginning of all this drone stuff. Has been like, dude, I'm not going to go get licensed for shit. I thought about it for a while, but then I'm like, I'm not, because then I'm just giving into what they want. This started off as a hobby. It was a fun hobby. It was a free hobby. Way before drones came out, people were flying helicopters that had cameras on them, and maybe
Dude,
not.
I was shooting rockets, Estes rockets as a
That's
kid.
what I'm saying.
50 years ago.
This was never an issue, but now they're like, oh, drones are so readily available. No, helicopters, RC airplanes, jets, all that stuff was available.
Always been around, right?
So my, it's like my whole thing with all this is like, if I was a photographer and I owned a camera, right? If I was a photographer and I owned a camera, it's my camera, I paid for it, it's my personal property, and I go out and I photograph a wedding as a business, I'm licensed, right, from a business,
right?
But I'm using my personal property to make money, okay?
Which
right? But
costs you money to incorporate. I know what
I already
the
had
LLC
the business
costs.
though, right? But I already had the business, okay? So my thing is like, I will pay taxes, okay? I'm willing to pay taxes on my work, but I'm not going to pay you to use my property. That's where things go a little awry for me. When they go, $5 registration fee for your drone to be in the air.
And it's not costing them anything.
It doesn't cost you a dime.
No, they've already got the servers up for all the
Right.
regular aircraft flying in the air. You're adding a column.
Why would I give you $5 to fly my property? I don't understand. If I was taking off of an airport, I'd pay a runway fee or an airport fee or a hangar fee. That's different. I'm talking about public airspace. This is to the public. I shouldn't need to pay you $5 to register my drone to go fly in the public. This is unregulated airspace. Doesn't make sense.
And what's going to happen in 2 years when we all have to fly on these FRIAs? FAA regulated, whatever the FRIA stands for again, I forget. Which are basically AMA sites where we all don't know where the AMA sites are. And there's not one here. That means I will always be illegal?
I agree with that. However, I do have access to a private airport. I go out to Bose Airfield, right? Bose Airfield is a private airport for RC. It's a legitimate airfield. No regular aircraft is allowed to fly over this RC airfield. They have to stay the fuck away from it. Absolutely. Wow. Bose spent a lot of money making it a private airfield for RC stuff. So when I go out there, we do cool stuff like shoot guns, throw hatchets, blow stuff up with tannerite, fly race drones. Like we could do anything on Bose property, right? And we are good to go. The FAA can't step in on anything we're doing out there, which is really unique. But the problem is I can only show that footage for so long before people are going to be bored by it.
Right. How many times can you show it? Right.
Right. So, and that's my issue now is like, I want to fly all these different areas, but I can't because now everything's turned into like a big fucking no-fly zone here. So any GPS drone I buy, I can't fly. You know, I go down to Curtis Hickson Park right now, downtown Tampa, and I guarantee any DJI product I have will not fly. Won't fly. But if I pull out one of my open source drones, it'll go, yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
Let me tell you something. I had a string of emergency COAs, emergency certificate of authorizations to fly.
I did too. I'm going to talk about that.
I just want to tell you this. Okay, so I'm flying, Dan, you know where this is. I'm flying Patrick Air Force Base on A1A, okay? There's a road that goes across. It's called the O'Galley Highway, whatever the hell it is. It's a bridge.
Right.
We've all seen the bridges in Florida. I'm filming the bridges for post and for pre and post hurricane. Okay, this was last September, and all of a sudden, the Merritt Island Airport. This is an untowered recreational just a strip of grassland airport for, I guess, Cessnas.
Okay.
DJI was warning me that they were going to land my aircraft.
What?
And I've got emergency certificates of authorization. Yet this non-towered grass field was going to shut down my aircraft. That's something, number one, it's illegal. You can fly on untowered airspace.
Sure.
DJI has no right to do that to you.
That's why I don't buy DJI products.
Number two is my iPad Mini 4 is not cell connected.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here in the middle of nowhere during 40-mile-an-hour winds. Don't have the time to go play unlock games with DJI.
Right.
Why do I have to go to China to unlock me flying
in the
this
U.S.
fridge in Florida?
Right.
Always been my bitch.
Well, but that's always been my argument. I don't support a company that openly wants to work with the FAA. All the rest of the companies really aren't working with the FAA. It's just DJI, and that's because DJI is afraid to be shut out of the U.S.
Right.
If they backtalk, then they'll get shut down in the U.S. and they'll tell them they can't sell their stuff over here anymore.
They paid Brendan Schulman a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty well versed in all this. Jim, like I said, most of the time I won't get involved in your shows because you're doing a lot of rules and regulations, and I have just given up and don't care anymore.
You know why, Dan?
You know,
honestly, it's because they're trying to sneak this shit by us.
Yeah, but how many times have we fought it and nothing's happened? How many times have we signed petitions and they just go, okay, 270,000 signatures, do it anyways. You know, they don't care. They're going to do it regardless of what we fight, man.
They're just an organization. That's not entirely true. They're just an organization. Any congressman can tell them to change that.
But how many times have we beaten them and then they immediately 2 or 3 months later come up with a rebuttal for that and then they drop it on us and then we can't fight it and then we have to go through lawyers and they'll just keep doing that, man. They'll keep you tied up in court for as long as they possibly can and just keep redoing it. Every time you come up with something, they'll create a new loophole. You come up with something, they'll create a new loophole.
Yes.
That's just how they do it. That's how the government works, man. You know, so I gave up caring. Listen, I'm not saying I don't care about the rules. I'm saying I fly as a smart pilot. I'm intelligent. I know where to go and off the grid and go fly my drone away from people. And, you know, I'm not trying to cause a problem. I'm not flying out of line of sight. I'm not, you know, none of those things are happening on, you know,
I'm not intentionally trying to lose a $2,000 drone in the air. No.
Or create a problem at all.
Right.
You know, it's like I'm not flying up to 1,000 feet with my drone and chucking, oh, look at the clouds. You know, it's like
what good is that? Yeah.
Right. But people do that stupid shit. That's not me. You know,
and that's why they make more rules.
Right. But it's like how many somebody oh, I'm not even gonna bring up that argument because I did this before, but it's so ridiculous, man. It's if you owned a gun, right? You own a gun, Jim. You're a gun owner.
The Autel Evo, I think, now has geospacing on it.
Geospacing, yeah. You're a gun owner, right, Jim?
Right.
It's registered with the state of Florida, right, Jim?
Do you have to register with Florida?
I believe so. If you own a handgun, don't you have to have it registered to you?
Oh, yeah. I don't have a handgun, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, all right, let's say you got a handgun, it's registered, okay? Through the state of Florida. You have the ability to make good and bad choices with that gun, do you not?
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody steps in on you and says, Jim, today you can't take your gun out of the house, do they?
Right.
Why not?
Right.
That's infringing my rights if you did that. It's my personal property. I've registered. It's mine. I can do what I want with it. If I go outside and I shoot my neighbor in the face with it, I can do that. But you know what? I pay the consequences of doing it.
Yes.
Nobody made the decision for me. Nobody stepped in. No government stepped in. No app shut the gun down before you could pull the trigger.
There's no app on the trigger. Right.
There's nothing in between you and your personal property of making a shitty decision or a great decision.
And
that's how drones should be.
And you own it for a lifetime, as long as there's ammo. And if there isn't ammo, you can make your own.
You own your car. It's registered to the state of Florida. You have a driver's license. You can get in your car today, Jim, and drive it like a normal human being.
So
or you can get in your car.
Why am I renting these 3 drones? I've got 3 Inspire Pros, Inspire 1 Pros, which I will not get rid of because they have, Dan and I have been through this. They have the least communication abilities out there. They don't have any sensors on. All they have is a bottom barometric sensor.
I
That's
don't
it.
own any drones at this point that communicate with anybody other than the pilot. I'm done. I'm done with that whole game of whether ADSB is going to be a thing in my world or it's not, because
They
it's not.
outlawed it.
Yeah.
Part 107 outlaws, and that is part of the test. When you take your recurrent, you'll see it there.
So I'm just saying, you can get in your car, Jim, right now, and you go dive into 1,000 people with it and kill them. Nobody stopped you. You made the shitty decision for yourself. You're held accountable for your actions, correct?
Yeah.
Why can't we do that with our drones? What's the difference?
Why
What
am
is
I
the
renting
difference?
the drone, Dan? Why am I renting it? Why can't I get a battery? Okay, why do I have to pay $500 for batteries for that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Why? They don't tell you that before you purchased. Hey, you know what? In a year's time, to make you buy another drone, we're going to stop selling batteries to this drone. When it's Texas Instruments in Texas making the smart boards for the batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Why can't Congress get the right to repair down? Why don't we have the right to repair
This
our
is
own
interesting.
equipment?
This is interesting. Bill says you don't have to register your guns in Florida. I was under the impression you do, man. I
Not
could
rifles.
be wrong.
In New York, you don't have to register a rifle.
I
either.
thought handguns had to be registered in the state of Florida.
They do. You have to be cleared. It's a 7-day cooling off
Right.
period.
I think you have to have a registration. It has to be listed to a gun owner. Like, it has to be registered to somebody. Otherwise, it's a throwaway gun. Right.
So you can open carry in Texas, and you do not need a class.
Yeah.
Just be
Well, you can
21.
open carry in Florida too, but you got to have your CWP.
Yeah.
You know. So, but you get what I'm saying though. The principle still sticks.
Oh yeah.
All this stuff you have available to you in your daily life to go create problems and kill people with, and you don't because you make smart decisions as a person. And if you do, then you pay the consequences of making those shitty decisions, right? Why should drones be able to control you, or why should the government be able to control the drone? That doesn't make sense. None of it makes any sense.
Why is there a question on the Part 107 test about maintenance and maintenance manuals, and you keeping track of your maintenance and keeping the records for 2 years? Okay, when the company won't put out a maintenance manual, how long do my motors last? For instance, if I've got a drone, let's even that Inspire that you can see, okay, that hauls a 900-gram X5 camera, which actually, when you hold it in your hand, is heavy as shit. So the front propellers are working like a son of a bitch. I mean, the front motors are working like a son of a bitch to just keep this thing level, right?
Right.
The rear two motors aren't working as hard as the front motor.
The front ones, sure.
How long are these motors going to last?
Oh, yeah.
What's the failure rate in hours of revolutions?
That's
Somebody
true.
knows the answer to that question. Not me. I'm the one who wants to replace them before they fail.
Bill's funny. Bill's like, nope, no. Bill is highly convinced that there's no gun safety stuff in Florida that has to be adhered to, and he might be right. I don't know. I'm not. I own one gun. That's it. And it was
even the private carry. You have to take a class,
and that's what I was under the impression. I did security for a long time here. I had my CWP for a long time. My understanding was that handguns had to be registered in the state of Florida. Now, it's been a while since I've had to retake any of that or do any of that stuff. I used to go to Shoot Straight, the shooting range down here, do all that stuff for my security lights, because I did that for 12 years, 13, 14 years, something like that. I did security.
But you don't for rifles.
No, and I think that's true. I have 3 rifles here too, bro, and I've never had to do any. I could just buy them and take them home, and that was the end of it. You know, but I remember my handgun stuff was very different when it came to the handgun stuff, because they're easier. They're easier to hide. You can tote them, and a rifle's a lot harder to sneak past people.
Right.
So
and yet it's the rifles that are the ones. Oh, I better shut
most
up.
dangerous.
Yeah, I better shut up. I better shut up.
I agree with that.
You have old guys passing laws that don't understand the technology of the new. That's so exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Congress telling the FAA to make laws on drones in the 2018 Reauthorization Act, telling them they got 24 months to make all new laws for these drones. They don't know how to make the laws. They're getting their answers from, well, I don't know. Let's look at their top companies one more time of their IPP program.
Yeah.
Amazon, Google Alphabet, Wing, Parrot. The 16 top companies. I've showed it a million times on here.
Yeah.
And then, there's all no surprise when the unmanned traffic management comes through. Now, regular aircraft, any Cessna taking off, has to be at 500 feet AGL or above. They've got a 100-foot buffer for us at 400 feet AGL. What happens when Amazon wants to start flying tampons to Auntie May? What level are they flying at? Because now I've got to get out of the tampon's way.
FedEx dropped out of the running for drone stuff with delivery.
Did DPL or DHL.
I think that whole thing was just a ploy to cater to gain airspace control.
Yeah.
That's all it was. I don't think any of them actually had any intentions of doing any kind of delivering at all. I think they were.
You're going to deliver a TV? No.
Yeah. It's like, dude, the system, the whole time I was thinking about it, like, the system's flawed. It doesn't work. This truck's going to drive this far, and then the battery's toast by the time the drone gets back to the truck.
Right.
Right? What do you have? 15 batteries in there charging? And even then.
What is the truck driver has to stop, stay there, and wait for the drone to come back.
Exactly. Wait for it, and then settle, and then go into its charge bay, and then it has to circulate the battery, put a new battery in. Dude, that dude's wasted so much time. He could have made 6 to 7 deliveries in that time.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't. None of it made any sense to me at all. The only time I could see that.
Limits. It's going to be a fight to steal the parts that are dropping down from the drone.
Here's the thing. The only time I could see that actually working would be like maybe a tall building with a roof on it that you could drop the mail off, so the guy at the top of the mail cart could just pick it up from the roof, put it on his little thing, and then go down the building and distribute everybody's mail as he goes. That would be ideal if you were doing that. But for daily use in residential neighborhoods, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Not only residential, what about apartment complexes?
Sure.
Definitely can't do it there.
None. No. So that the whole thing, I knew it was a money grab from the get-go. It was like, they're just trying to control the airspace, and this is how they're going to do it. They're going to put all these fake videos of drones doing deliveries that aren't really doing anything. They're going to tell us that it's going to be because drone delivery is coming and we need the airspace, and that just keeps us more and more regulated. And as they went, they just kept controlling more and more of it until we're screwed.
You're tightening a belt that doesn't need to be tightened, and there's always, no matter what, there's going to be a weight limit. Whatever they come out, if you make a hydrogen-powered drone, it's going to have a weight limit to what it can carry.
Oh, Sunrise! I didn't need Ken to tell me that. Oh man, I knew that the moment they released it. I was like, this isn't feasible. That's going to cost a fortune to put something like this into place. You know, like I think anybody that realistically knows drones, that is a weathered pilot at this point, knows the technology that it would take to get this to go through.
And here's the point, Ken. In 2019, they geared up further. Why are they even continuing with unmanned traffic management? The only thing that's for is for companies delivering and making money. It's not for us. Unmanned traffic management has nothing to do with us.
They're completely trying to kill the hobby and only make it a commercially viable thing for the world.
Yep.
They want to get rid of the entire hobby and just make it a commercial thing. That's it. So if you're willing to jump through the hoops and stay relevant with all the IDs and certificates and licenses and constantly keep going through that hoop, then maybe they'll let you play, right?
Yeah.
But hobbyists, they're slowly just canning us and doing away with us as they go.
This is what I'm saying. I think, you got this trust test, which is kind of a joke. It didn't
super simple.
If you knew nothing, though, did that help you to know? To understand?
No. They tried to trick you too. It's like even weathered pilots might have questioned a few of them for a second, like, hold on, they're trying to trick me here. A new pilot might have actually been confused by some of those questions. Even though most of them are common sense, if you didn't actually read the stuff, it may have actually thrown you off. If you just kind of like proofread things and then jumped into it, it might have thrown you off. But I think most of them were just common sense questions. It was really easy. I think I got like 100%. I don't think it was like zero inaccuracy of the test. Even if you miss like 5 questions, you still pass. Like, I don't understand
what
they need to do.
They let you go back and change your answers now.
what they need to do is every drone that comes out, you have to take a test on the app before you can fly. And then it'll renew that test every once in a while, right? And then get rid of all the...
DJI tried that.
Tried that, yeah. Bunch of people bitched and moaned. And, I want to do this.
That's because if you've got guys who've been flying for 10 years, how about you don't put that on my friggin' drone?
Right, I get it.
Who just bought one.
I get it, but how about we create a system where you can just prove it? You put in your registration numbers, and they can see that you have a number of flights under your belt already. You shouldn't have to do it.
Or,
you know what I'm saying?
Or when we take that initial Part 107 test at the airport, because these things are at airports, why don't you just take me out back and let me show you how to fly, or that I can fly? Good, done. I was at the park. I've told everybody this story a million times. When the guy was flying a Phantom 4 and his phone fell off. He didn't know that the clips were there to actually hold the phone on the fucking remote control.
Oh,
There's
my God.
a guy who not only did he not read anything, he sure as shit didn't go watch a video on how to operate the equipment. So there are people out there with no knowledge just flying.
No, I get it. I get it. That's the same thing with people that have never driven a car before. They get behind the wheel and then they crash into a bunch of people and they pay the consequences for it. But the laws didn't change because they did what they did. And ours just continually change. They can't settle on anything, bro. They just can't. They cannot just come up with one. Like, this is the whole reason I gave up, is because they just can't. Everything changes so often. It's annoying. It's almost like you have to constantly be reading every news article that comes out to keep relevant with what they're changing all the time. You know, it's like, dude, just give us one fucking specific set of rules to go by, and this won't be a problem.
On the test I just took this afternoon, and the one Chris is going to take, by the way, it's 11. Category 1 is 11 kinetic pounds, and that one trick question there, this is the actual test. Number 34 is for Category 2 operations over people. This is the only question I got wrong. The small unmanned aircraft may only be operated in closed or restricted access site. That's a wrong answer. It's the right answer is must not contain any exposed rotating parts that could lacerate human skin. That's also a Category 1. So Dan, tell me, why are we making categories when there are no categories in real life? There are no FAA categories right now, but they're on a test I just took.
Yeah, that's true. That's interesting how they're going to try to regulate the machines based on power output, props. Like, oh, that's interesting that they're going to do that. Huh.
Yep.
By flying over people. I mean, I fly over people all the time, but they're always my friends.
Category 4 operations are limited to unmanned aircraft, something FAA issued airworthiness certificates. Category 4 is for every drone that we own, because none of them are certified.
Right. Oh, Mike's in here. Drone Ranger. What's up, Mike?
I have plenty of other questions on here too.
Yeah. See, Sunrise, I don't even care about any of that stuff.
Well, it's just...
Yeah, if you're a GPS guy and you have to conform to things, I understand. Like I said, I just don't fly GPS anymore.
There's some common sense questions. Look, damaged lithium batteries can cause an in-flight fire.
That's
why they go in the they don't go in the cargo bay.
Yeah. That's the other thing I could never understand, though. Even with that, the cargo bay thing makes sense, but what happens when it ignites on the plane with a whole bunch of people? All those deadly fumes are just pouring out into people.
You saw that with the alligator, right? The smoke.
Right.
So you're exactly right. Now, what is Billy Joe going to run to the bathroom and flush it down the fucking toilet?
How do you clear the cabin if you're at pressure? Now you've got all these deadly.
Shut up. Stop making sense, because
I know.
Yeah. Because right now you can carry as many, up to 4 batteries, or as many batteries as you can hold. That as long as they're under 100 watt hours.
100 watt hours. What?
Right.
99.9 watt hours.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just saying, man, I clearly they don't understand the tech like we do. I actually, if they decided to work with us a little bit, we could actually probably establish some fairly good rules.
That's
that
what
would make sense.
Lens said. What lenses over land.
Yeah.
No, he said that before. Where? Here, let the airman that's pushing the sticks make the laws.
Yeah.
Or let us at least help you out.
Right.
You can write them. Let me tell you how reality is, right?
Look at how the AMA treated us guys from the drone world when all that went down. Remember when they had that big court sit down and the AMA went in there, but we didn't have
silent.
Huh?
The dude was silent.
Yeah, we didn't have an advocate for the drone people.
Nope.
Oh, AMA gets a seat. Didn't say shit the entire thing. But the drone guys had zero representative out there for the hobby stuff. It's like it's so unfair what they're doing to the hobbyists. It really is. It's incredibly unfair. So I choose to be a rebel. I fight the system. That makes me a bad guy. I'm a bad guy.
Well, the system should be easier, okay? When you have they keep quoting 1 million drones. There's 1 million drones, yet only 34% of people went and recertified. Not this year, 2 years ago when it was time to recertify again. Only 34% of the pilots actually recertified.
I remember those numbers, the statistics they dropped on everybody. Yeah,
people just think it's bullshit.
Yeah, well,
you know,
because it is. It's fuck, dude. I've only been stopped once. If you guys remember that, the 2 detectives. And that was because the dude on the boat out over the water said I was dive bombing him with my GPS drone. I don't know how you dive bomb somebody with a GPS drone. You remember that? It was next to the school.
Yeah,
those 2 undercover detectives came and like gave me the rapture, man. And I was like, listen, I'm allowed to fly here. I don't have to show anybody anything. I don't care what that dude says. I'm flying my drone. Y'all just need to leave me the fuck alone. You have no right to question me at this point. Please leave.
Hey,
and that
Chris,
was 4
you
years
don't mind
ago?
if I send you a bunch of stuff, do you? Chris from Sunrise Water Media. I'm not saying that these. Oh, I only got 11% left. I'll tell you what, brother. You can't see the battery. Oh, I love this Brio. Love a 4K camera. But I'll send you what test questions look like. Let me put it that way. If I was going to be a test question, I would look like the ones I'm going to send you.
I don't know, man. I'm just, like I said, at this point, Jim, I've given up caring. I'm just going to fly and try to be a responsible pilot in my own way until something severe happens. You know, like I don't have time. I go out of my way to find locations that are away from everybody. The most you have to worry about me hitting is a tree. That's it.
I just wonder what's going to happen when let me call it a lockdown. When that lockdown happens, because DJI can flip a switch and none of our drones can take off. It's that easy.
I'm going to go get my 3DR Solo.
There's no way to override it. There's no way to override it. Because I have to use their app to fly the drone.
So I've been testing lithium ion batteries.
Right, which are heavier
on the Solo.
Less power, yeah.
I've gotten 47.5 minutes of flying time on one battery.
Wow.
I think I can break an hour and 10 minutes if I just regulate the power a little bit more.
Why don't you make your own mode, like trolling mode? You know what I mean? Like trolling in a boat?
I can, but I'm actually trying to get the most performance out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Balance the performance versus battery life.
But the problem with that is that you're having to regulate protocols, and those protocols only give you so much. By actually adjusting individual performance of each motor, and like the front ones, because the camera on the front of the Solo is heavy in the front and then the batteries are on the back, which motor's doing the most amount of work. So I have to kind of go through and tune it to figure out what's going to give me the best possible power output, and then from there try to regulate speed and hover time. So how long am I going to get hovering? Because we all know hovering expends more energy. You're trying to keep it in one
Right.
position. It's going to take a lot more energy to sit there as opposed to
And the
being on the move.
vortex ring state.
Right.
Tell them about that.
Exactly. So you have a lot more opportunity to fall into something like VRS if you're just sitting there hovering with a heavy bird. Now, running all those 18650 battery packs on that thing, yeah, I'm getting crazy flight time. But if I was to sit and hover, might even be a minute before it becomes extremely unstable and falls into its
When
own
you're
air.
hovering, you're creating your own prop wash, so the
Right.
drone is actually fighting itself. You're better off just doing 1 or 2 miles an hour to get out of your own way.
Yep. So essentially, you never want to just sit there and hover with a heavy drone, right? It makes it extremely unstable unless it's something like a hexacopter. A hexacopter probably won't have nearly as much problem with VRS as a quadcopter. A quadcopter is plagued by VRS if it's too heavy.
And
So
I
with
like the hexacopter because if one goes down, you can still keep flying.
right, yeah. If you lose a motor, it'll fly really shitty, but it'll fly.
Yeah.
So,
even if it's spinning, you still have control.
So my thing is, though I'm getting that flight time, that's under motion. That's me constantly staying at a speed of 7 to 12 miles per hour, constantly on the move. If I was to hover, I would probably pull in more around 44 minutes, 45 minutes. I think it would take a lot of juice out of it. I'd lose at least 10 minutes of actual flight ability by hovering with that much weight in one spot. I'd be a little scared to do it because I haven't done a hover test yet to just let it sit there and see if it'll stay there for 40 minutes. I'm almost banking on it hitting VRS, right? Just all it takes is
just do a little spin or something.
Yeah, I mean, I could keep it on a very slow move forward, right?
Right.
But ideally, I'd like to have it just sit there. So I'm actually working with different C-rated batteries. Right now, I have a whole shitload of 1C batteries, right? The Solo requires 10C to operate at full potential. Okay, that's still really low. 10C is not very much.
All right,
right?
let me
So
hold
it's
on.
yeah.
I'm going to say goodnight to you guys on the stream. Thanks for coming. We're going to bullshit offline, but there's only 10 people here, and I'm sure you guys are tired. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Deuces, y'all.
Good night, guys.